Hello, hello. Hey, girls and boys, how's it going? Let's do a quick check. Can you guys hear me okay? Just let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. जरा setup check कर लेते हैं पहले. Hey Mahesh, how are you doing? Mahesh, Savinder ji, हाँ जी महेश जी, क्या हाल चाल? Hey Gurvijay, how are you doing? If you guys can hear me okay, just let me know. Yes, Dipanshu, thank you. की हाल चाल? बहुत बढ़िया जी. First class Gurvijay, thank you very much. Pravesh, good to see you here. Everything is okay, very good. Perfect. एक second, just let me get sorted here. Whew. Okay. All right. Chanchal Singh. Hey Chanchal, how are you? Selva Kumar. Okay, please let me know where you guys are logging in from so that we can figure that out as well. कहाँ से log in कर रहे हो यार? बताओ. महेश, take your time. यार लाइटिंग सेटअप करने में थोड़ा टाइम लग गया. Mahesh Kumar, take your time. Thank you. Chicago, yes, I know Gurvijay, you're from Chicago. Yes, I remember that. Thank you for logging in. Shubham, Faridabad. Faridabad. Mahesh Kumar Dash from Bangalore. Cool. Quais Ali, Pakistan. Salam alaikum, Quais Saab. Kya haal chal? Selva, Mumbai. Learn more. Jagah bata yaar, learn more. Oh, Yamuna Nagar. Okay. YouTube. अरे हाँ वो ठीक है. What place, man? Bhanu Shankar, hey, good to see you, man. I see a lot of your comments on LinkedIn. Good stuff. From Andhra Pradesh. Nilesh, finally somebody from Pune. Oh, thank you, Nilesh, for joining in. Sai Kalyan, Hyderabad. Okay. Pravesh from Ganganagar, Rajasthan. Oh, nice, yeah. Latur. Pundalik. Latur, okay. One of my very good friends is from near Latur. Siddharth. Hyderabad. Bengaluru. Vishwajit, Pune. Everything is going well, sir. I'm graduating in May this year. All right. So, Gurvijay, how's the job market looking there? Chicago, mein, how's it going? Yeah, president is keeping all of us entertained. That is for sure. Let me know how the job market is seeking and what are the prospects. Okay. How are you, sir? I'm doing very good, Sharath. Thank you. Sakshi, Pune. All right, Pune people are started coming in. Good. Good for 8 to 10 years experience. What about freshers, yaar? Unka kya hoga? Kind of challenging for freshers in 2 to 4 years. Yes. That is a common sentiment we are seeing everywhere. That's true. Akshay, how are you, sir? I'm doing very good, Akshay. Thank you. So, a lot of you would have noticed I look a little different today. So, this is the real me. This is how I want to present myself. And this is the avatar that I will be very shortly in, I don't know, maybe 6 months, 1 year. But I obviously had a head bath today, and just before the live, I was thinking, should I, dress up corporate-ish, or should I go as is? And I listened to my heart, and I said, apni community hai, right? Let me present the way I really want to be. Let me be authentic here as well. and that's how I am. Okay, let's talk. मैं इसका लिंक डालता हूं. Okay, the only condition is if you want to join the live, you will have to be on camera. Otherwise, नहीं join करा रहा मैं आज. Okay. So come on here if you have any questions, join in and let's talk. Did I paste this link? Yes, I did. Please join in the live with camera on. Laksh, you can join the chat and then ask your question. I will answer it for sure. Okay, anybody who wants to ask questions, come on the live with your camera on and I'll answer for sure. All right. Hey, Dipanshu.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
perfect. हाँ जी, बताइए. What's your question?
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है सर, वैसे मैं एमसीए का स्टूडेंट हूँ. सर मैंने अच्छा खासा डीएसए भी कर रखा है अपना, ये पूरा जो एरे लिंक स्टैक की हुई है सारा.
ठीक है.
200 से 300 प्रॉब्लम लीड कोड पे भी कर रखी है.
ओके.
जेंगो भी अच्छा खासा कर रखा है, एक प्रोजेक्ट भी बना रखा है. पर सर कहीं जॉब के लिए कॉल भी नहीं आ रहा है. मैंने बहुत ट्राई किया बहुत.
रीजन क्या है? कुछ पता, कुछ समझ आई?
पता नहीं सर, समझ ही नहीं. मतलब हमारे कॉलेज में तो कंपनी आती नहीं, आती भी तो वो बीटेक को प्रेफर कर दिया मोस्टली.
ओके.
सर करा क्या, जब वो थोड़ा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो रहा हूँ, इसी चीज से पूछना था.
रेज्यूमे बनाया आपने ऑब्वियसली.
हाँ.
तो व्हाट इज योर एनालिसिस कि रेज्यूमे वीक है या स्किल गैप है?
मेरे को लगता है रेज्यूमे ना वो मोस्ट कॉमन है, मतलब सबका सेम सा ही है, इसीलिए ऐसा लगता है. मोस्टली को ये
is there anything different that you have done which you did not put in the resume?
वो लगता है उन्होंने डिफरेंट ही नहीं किया.
तो फिर क्या जाएगा ना रेज्यूमे में जब किया ही नहीं तो?
मतलब मैंने उसमें 5 चीज लिख रखी है, डीएसए, पाइथन, जेंगो, तो मोस्टली लिख ही लेते हैं सब.
करेक्ट, यू आर राइट.
मेरे को तो लगता है मैं सेल्फ एनालाइज ज्यादा करता हूँ, अपने आप को ही दूसरों में कम निकालता
हूँ. नो, दैट्स फेयर. सो वन थिंग यू कैन डू इज, अभी I think tomorrow that video will come out where I'd asked subscriber to give in their resume. I've reviewed about 13 or 14 resumes I've reviewed.
Okay.
कल आ जाएगा वो वीडियो.
Okay.
Right? उससे आपको पता चल जाएगा आपका रेज्यूमे में क्या गड़बड़ है.
Okay.
वो तो क्लियर हो जाएगा पॉइंट.
ओके सर, और एक चीज और, कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं कि अब पूरा का पूरा फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट सीखो, अकेले जेंगो से जॉब नहीं मिलेगा. कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं डेवऑप्स सीखो. कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं डीएसए में और कोड शेप वगैरह ट्राई करो, कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग. अब इसमें क्या करना चाहिए, भी कंफ्यूजन होता जा रहा है थोड़ा.
अभी आप कौन से ईयर में हो?
अभी फाइनल ईयर में, एमसीए फाइनल ईयर में.
तो अभी अप्रैल मई में खत्म हो जाएगा.
हाँ.
तो अभी तो ज्यादा टाइम भी नहीं है.
अभी ना किसी नहीं, वो टाइम ठीक है, थोड़ा लेट भी प्लेसमेंट होगा तो मैनेज इट, कोई ना प्लेसमेंट होना चाहिए. तो मतलब वही ना कि एक जगह फोकस नहीं हो पा रहा है, वो कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ. सोच रहा हूँ कि सब कर लूँ, कर कुछ नहीं पा रहा.
आई अंडरस्टैंड.
कुछ लोग बोले सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग में चले जाओ, ये डेवलपमेंट और ये डेवऑप्स में तो बहुत हो गया.
तो टेस्टिंग में नहीं हुआ, वहां तो पहले ही हो गया था. इधर आए.
टेस्टिंग अभी मैंने ट्राई कहाँ किया है.
ट्राई कहाँ किया मतलब टेस्टिंग के जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई नहीं किया अभी तक आपने?
हाँ, जॉब्स के लिए अप्लाई नहीं किया टेस्टिंग की.
हाँ, ओके, ठीक है. तो सी यार, you can do a couple of things. One is watch that video which will come out tomorrow. You will get to know if there's something needs to be changed in your profile. That's one. Sure. But the real problem looks like there is nothing different in the profile itself.
Yeah.
Right? So for that, you obviously can't do everything under the sun.
Yeah.
वो तो होगा नहीं. So you'll have to select out 1 or 2 areas that you like and which has the highest possibility of getting a job.
Okay.
Right? Now, testing as an area is very saturated area.
Okay.
Right? But if you don't know DevOps today, it will take you minimum 6-8 months to learn things.
Okay. I don't know anything about DevOps till now.
Yeah, so it will take you time.
I've never tried.
Right? So if you know Django, then maybe the full stack route is the shortest path for you,
Yeah.
right? Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
But as you're learning it, um, put more projects out also,
Okay.
and try and take some open source projects, do some meaningful modification to them, and that is how you generate your own project.
Sir, how can I take open source project?
What do you mean? How can you take open source project? Download them, na? Fork
Okay.
them,
Okay. Okay.
and then
Fork them.
make some meaningful changes. I'm not saying do open
Okay.
source contribution, that is
Okay.
separate.
Okay. 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 Sorry.
But if you take a simple project, then fork it,
Okay.
and then make some substantial change in that, and then make it your own. That is allowed.
Okay. Okay. Now I understand.
Nobody is creating projects from scratch these days. Yeah, this is what
Yeah.
everybody is doing. That is perfectly
Yeah.
okay. So it's a long road. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, but
At that time, it was quite easy. Too much
yeah, yeah.
difficult. Yeah.
But a lot of there's no point losing focus. That doesn't help you,
Okay.
right? So go one day at a time.
Okay.
Keep focus on that one day at a time, and that's how you cross.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll get confused. Don't lose focus. That's all.
Okay. That. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dipanshu. All right. Hi, Ahmed.
हाय सर, कैसे हो आप?
बढ़िया यार, बहुत बढ़िया.
बहुत दिन से सर
हाँ जी.
वेट कर रहा था लाइव का.
क्यों यार, मैं तो हर 2 हफ्ते में करता हूँ. वेट क्यों कर रहा था भाई?
आता हूँ बट लाइन में लग के फिर वापस जाना पड़ता है. लेट हो जाता हूँ
अरे
कभी-कभी जॉब की वजह
सॉरी यार.
कोई बात नहीं
हाँ
सर.
जी, बोलो.
एक्चुअली सर मैं अभी मतलब पास आउट तो 2023 का हूँ एमसीए. उसके बाद एक कंपनी में हायर हुआ था एज़ अ डेटा ट्रेनर, जैसे कि कार वगैरह का डेटा को ट्रेन हम लोग बताते थे, मतलब कैसे ट्रेन करना है. कोडिंग का कोई पार्ट नहीं था. वहाँ से ले ऑफ हुआ तो मैं घर बैठा था. तो फिर टेक सपोर्ट
ओके.
का मेरे को एक कॉल आया एज़ अ इंटर्न, ताकि घर से पैसे ना माँगना पड़े पापा से, तो मैंने जॉइन कर लिया. काम तो टेक का नहीं है, काम नॉर्मल है. इनका सॉफ्टवेयर है, इनको ऑनबोर्ड कराते हैं, कोई इश्यू आता है तो बताते हैं.
हाँ
आवाज़ आ रही है मेरी सर?
हाँ आ रही है. यू कैन सी मी
डेवऑप्स.
ऑल्सो ना
हाँ, हाँ,
अहमद?
हाँ, एकदम अच्छा. हाँ, हाँ सर.
अच्छा नहीं, कमेंट है, यू आर नॉट शेयरिंग योर कैमरा ऑन द स्ट्रीम यार्ड. ठीक है,
नो
ओके,
सर.
कंटिन्यू सर. ठीक है, हाँ
तो
सॉरी,
सर
कंटिन्यू.
हाँ, 1 साल से मैं डेवऑप्स के मतलब लिए पढ़ रहा हूँ, कभी इधर ये टूल, कभी वो टूल. तो मेरा फ्लो नहीं बन पा रहा है कि मतलब कहाँ से स्टार्ट करूँ, कैसे करूँ? और ये एडब्ल्यूएस एंड एज़्योर में कन्फ्यूज़ हूँ. मेरे पास एडब्ल्यूएस का थोड़ा रिसोर्सेज़ हैं पेड वाले, पढ़ने वाले. तो
ठीक
मेरे
है.
को बस एक थोड़ा-सा ये है ना कि अभी मैं यहाँ पे एज़ अ टेक सपोर्ट में आ गया हूँ, लेकिन ये मेरा कोई काम का नहीं है. मतलब मेरे को कोई ये है कि मुझे थोड़ा बहुत रहने के लिए बाहर घर से अर्निंग हो जाती है यहाँ से, मतलब स्टाइपेंड मिल
ठीक.
जाता है, तो लर्निंग भी होती है कुछ ऑफ़िस वाली. तो बस
हाँ.
यही मैं सर जानना चाहता हूँ कि मैं क्लाउड में किसको चूज़ करूँ. और रोड मैप का तो आपका मैंने देखा, लेकिन फिर भी मैं मतलब टाइम नहीं स्लॉट कर पा रहा हूँ कि इसको आज करूँ, फिर इसका प्रैक्टिकल करूँ. ये चीज़ें थोड़ा कन्फ्यूज़न हो रहा है. अब मेरे माइंड में ये था कि जब तक आपसे नहीं मतलब एक बार लाइव हो जाता, तब तक मैं स्टार्ट नहीं करूँगा अब.
तो अभी क्या पढ़ रहे हो आप?
अभी जैसे लिनक्स हो गया, फर्स्ट डॉकर हो
एक
गया.
चीज, सॉरी, एक चीज और है, मत इंग्लिश में बात करो.
हाँ, ओके, ओके, ओके.
हाँ, ट्राई इन
अ,
इंग्लिश. इवन इफ इट
ओके
इज
सर,
ब्रोकन, डजंट मैटर.
ओके.
बिकॉज
राइट नाउ आई एम.
इंटरव्यू हिंदी में नहीं देंगे ना,
या आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड.
है ना? तो जैसी आती है कोई फर्क नहीं यार, हम सबको ऐसी आती थी, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. कोशिश कर.
ओके, ओके, थैंक यू.
ओके.
So
व्हाट आर यू
right now,
स्टडीइंग नाउ?
yeah, right now I'm like like I'm making a schedule for every day, like morning 1 hour for Linux and
Mm-hmm.
a half an hour for Docker and sometimes like AWS concept.
Okay. So what I would recommend is don't slot it this way, right? So if you look at, I had made a resume video on, I would do, this is how I would do DevOps if I do it again, something like that, right? Let me find that. I will give you that link of that video also. But basically, if you've not done Linux well, then there is no point going forward. So spend 1, 2, 3 weeks in that. Then go to the next one. Okay, and put a sequence to that. One second, I'll give you the link of the video. Yeah, I'm putting it in the comment here.
Okay.
This is the video that I'm talking about, right? It basically puts an entire roadmap where you start from Linux, then you download a small application, maybe a Java application from the internet. Sorry, sorry, video play ho gaya.
It's
So
okay. No.
then you download a open source app, a simple app from the web, let's say a Java application. Then you build that Java application on your machine, on your laptop. Okay, build it manually. So if it's a Java application, you will probably need Maven or Ant to run it. You will need the JDK compiler. All of that you set up on your machine. Then you compile it, you run it. You, let's say, put it on a Tomcat application server. Right? You complete that part. Then you set up a CI server. Let's say you take GitLab or Jenkins, whatever you want to take. Then complete that setup. Then take this setup to the cloud. Choose AWS. Put this on the cloud. Right? Then once you have this working, then put this in a container. So basically what I'm saying is you don't learn Docker. Your goal is you have this application, you want to containerize it. Then you go and learn Docker on how do I containerize an application? How do I write a Docker file? Learn it in the context of doing this. Otherwise, you're only learning theory, doing maybe 1-2 simple practicals that doesn't teach you anything. So figure out what you want to do, and then for that, go and learn whatever you need to learn. That's how you should learn. Okay, does it make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So check that video. I've just put it here in the comments. You can see that.
Okay.
That gives this entire flow. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All the
Okay.
best. हाँ जी गिल साहब चल चल Mr. Gill, can you hear me? No,
Hello.
I can't hear you. Yeah, now I can.
Hello. All right.
Yep.
The button was. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm very good as well. So I'm just here seeking for your advice.
How
Like
can I help?
I'm here overseas looking for jobs. Any advice you can give from your experience?
You give me a
Madam?
bit more context here. How much experience do you have? Which country are you in? कुछ तो बता.
Currently, I'm in the United States. If you know, I'm Gurvijay. I was just
Ow.
talking with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in the United States right now, and I had around a year of experience back in India. And here I'm also working on campus as a web developer and kind of maintaining the website, an internal website through the Linux server and developing that website too. And I'm about to graduate in May. So
Okay.
any advice you can give for I'm I'm targeting role for 2 to 4 years of experience.
Have you applied for any interviews? Have you got any?
Not interview like I've been applying for around 3 to 4 months. Earlier I was applying for internship roles, but internship was not it didn't go pretty well, and now I'm applying for full-time roles. I've got
Okay.
some coding tests which I'm gonna do in 1 or 2 days. Otherwise, I got some phone call interviews kind of from small startups around the city. Otherwise, the market for 2 to 4 years of experience is not that good, and also at this time, companies are a little bit hesitating to hire an international student because of the visa regulations
Yeah.
they're gonna have right now. Otherwise, they do have kind of good opening for 8 to 10 years of experience or the good experience architect guy. And secondly, the area which I am living right now, they do have quite significant demand of .NET developers, and I'm
Okay.
not into .NET right now. So since I'm looking for a job at this moment, a critical time I'm about to complete my degree, so I'm not switching to learn new technology from scratch.
Hmm.
I'm just applying right away. So,
Hmm.
what's your advice on that?
And what is your area of expertise?
Like currently, I'm in JavaScript developer, full stack, backend and front end. I do manage website on Linux server, like configuring Nginx server and making website live on the server through Docker. So the currently website was on Docker. So I made it live on the GoDaddy server, and I worked on Nginx of that server. Nothing that much. I've built front end pages and back end APIs like a full stack developer, and also manages some kind of DevOps as well. Some a little part
So,
of DevOps, not that
so
much.
let me ask you this. Um, how would you differentiate yourself from the 100 others that are passing out? Because it's a tough market. There's no doubt about it. There's a ton of uncertainty right now,
Yes,
right? With visas, with people in the even in the federal government, getting all sorts of emails from the president. Everything is happening,
yes,
right? It's not the best time to graduate, right?
mm,
You know that.
yeah,
But so was 2020 when I graduated, and this cycle keeps happening. So my question to you is, you don't have any control on that side of the world. You don't know what the president does. You don't control what the laws come in. You have no control there. You have control on only one thing, which is your skill,
yes.
right? So my question is, how do you differentiate yourself with the 100, 500 others that are passing out of your college this year?
I don't know how to answer that, but I can say that I'm a good learner. I'm a fast learner because when I was working back in India, I used to work in small startup.
No, no,
So one, so
you're not understanding my question.
yes, yes,
It's not a theoretical answer.
yeah,
Is there application code that I can look at which is very good? Are there websites which you're maintaining which you can give me a link of, which I can say that they are well hosted? How do you prove that your applications are well architected? They form the well architected principles. Does If your website goes down today, will it automatically come up within 30 seconds? Can you show me that architecture somewhere? Those are the things I'm talking about.
okay, no,
Actual proof of the pudding, is it there available along with your resume in a portal site somewhere?
okay,
Yeah, you see where I'm going with this?
yes,
Because you will not get the chance to answer this question yourself. This question has to be self answered along with your resume. Make a portfolio and put all of this,
okay,
right? For example, you maintain websites. Tell them how you have implemented DevOps in that website. If I need to add a page, I can do that in 1 minute. The moment
okay,
the new page is generated in source, I can make it live within 2 minutes. Show them the architecture. Tell them if your page gets a DDoS attack, how do you handle that? Right?
okay,
This is what differentiates, right? You're already doing the work, you're not showcasing it. Create a portfolio, put these 5 6 things in there: architecture diagram, source code, your scalability models. Put all of that. That is what will give you the edge. You're probably already doing all of this.
yes,
Does it make sense?
yes, yes. I
Yeah.
understand.
And have faith, because
Yes,
that's the only thing that will work now.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I
And stop
understand.
listening to the news. Listen to it for entertainment, not to get
Yeah,
worried.
yeah,
You don't have dearth of entertainment in your country right now.
yes,
Yeah. So
mm,
get entertained, but don't get worried.
yes, yes,
Okay? Make sense?
yes.
All right. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh, Guruji is here. Namaskar, Guruji. क्या हाल चाल? Ah, trust me. Oh, I love it. I love it. ये इसकी मार्केटिंग करो ना, डालो कहीं पे। अरे यार ये तो हम फ्री बांटेंगे लाइव स्ट्रीम पे अपने।
हाँ, किसी और दिन।
चलो ठीक है। और ये
नहीं,
जीशान
I wanted to tell
Sorry.
Mr. Gill, look at the UK news. The UK has become a laughing stock. अच्छा एंटरटेनमेंट हो जाएगा।
फुल एंटरटेनमेंट चल रहा है दुनिया भर में आजकल।
अरे यार, the thing is, don't worry about things which you can't control. It's a simple idea. For example, I wanted to marry Michelle Rodriguez, but I couldn't get her. So what? But I'm happy that I did not have to marry Savinder. So that's okay.
And someone else, Guru.
Yeah. I share that sentiment.
No, the thing is, just have some fun, guys. It's like, यार इतना क्या सोचना है करके. Don't think on something which you can't control. It's a very
Zishan, sorry, Guru, just 1 second. Zishan, control your keyboard, man. Is it you or is it your cat, dog? Control कर यार, क्या चल रहा है
Japanese
तेरा?
also.
बात
I
करनी है तो
think-
स्क्रीन पे यार।
I think it's his child, most probably.
That's okay. I hope it's not him. Child है तो ठीक है bro. वो यार 10 लोगों का लिमिटेशन है। 10 के बाद it doesn't allow more people to
Exactly.
even enter. So hang on, hold your horses. We'll talk to everybody. Don't worry. All right, go, Mahesh. Go ahead, please.
Thanks, your Surrender. Thanks for adding me. So I had met Guru earlier, and my question is like, since it's and recently I have moved as a consultant, and the company also gave me both the option. It's up to you. You do want full time or you do want consulting, and I have my GST. So in India, how to grow? Like, because with full time, what I had seen is consider if you are paying 1 lakh per month this income tax, you feel like your home loan EMI is lesser and your income tax is more, and definitely you will look forward for other options. And in UK, it's very easy to work as a consultant, but here in India, people or companies are not ready. There are only few companies. So to grow in this as an individual consultant, do you have any path or anything you suggest? Or what is the minimum project you should be having, or also do you carry on from here?
Okay, let me make sure I understand your question. You were breaking up a little bit. So,
Okay.
has your company given you an option whether you can come in as a full-time employee or as a consultant?
Yes.
What's the and this is in India, right?
Yes, in India.
So, what's the difference in India between a full-time employee and a consultant?
Yeah,
Meaning you
so
don't get
there-
PF gratuity and all that you don't get.
that is one thing. And the other option is the taxation. Consider it will be just 10% deducted and you get everything in hand. And it's up to you that how you
You
decide.
manage your own taxes then.
Yes.
Okay, understood. But ultimately, you'll have to end up paying all the same taxes, right?
No,
No.
there is difference.
No.
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 Because you
There is a huge
you
difference.
register yourself as a business, then
Yeah,
there are
Correct.
other ways to
It's a
save.
B2B.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's a B2B.
Yeah. So see, that's a personal call, yeah. Because then
Is there a way to grow in that area?
okay, let me make sure I understand your question. So your question is, should I do in the same company, should I go in as an FTE, a full-time employee, or as this consultant? Is that your question?
No.
And overall, which has
The
better
query
growth
is
prospects?
correct. The query here is shall I continue as a salaried person, or shall I go ahead and go as a freelancing or consulting? And you are legally allowed now to do more and more consulting. So that's what is the better way, because 12 hits I had seen, like your the amount you pay and then the benefits you get. So that's where I'm asking. So you cannot rely on just one project, and I'm hardly engaged 4 to 5 hours a day
Okay.
for the same amount, same thing. So that's where I'm checking with you. Like, is that a good way, or how to grow
So
as a consultant?
let me give my answer and then I'll also ask Guru to pitch in. So, see, there are two dimensions to look at in this. One is the taxation dimension, where
Definitely.
if you get a full-time job, then it's tax deducted at source. Whereas if you go down the consulting route, you have different options to manage your own taxes and be creative with that.
Mhm.
Right? So that's a personal call which you have to take depending on how risk averse you are, how much you want to deal with the CA, not deal with the CA. That's your personal call. Right?
Mhm.
The second more important thing is, if you do a full-time job, until something happens to your job, you have a fixed monthly salary which is coming in. You don't give a shit about anything.
Definitely.
But if you do consulting, how confident are you of getting more projects and on a continuous basis?
Yes. That's
Because
what the track.
if you get a 6 month gap, is the same thing then,
Correct. So
right?
just trying to get that track, like to get more and more projects,
What's
because you cannot rely on just one project, at least minimum
what's
two.
your area of expertise? Tell me that a little bit.
So I'm working as a DevOps consultant and DevOps architect. So I do work on AWS cloud and DevOps side, mostly Kubernetes, and I do deal with the application owners, as I do have a 5 years of Java expertise. Like initially, I was a Java developer, so I do understand most of the applications, and then sit with the application architect, convert it to containers, then try to see what are the services, which service is connecting to which one, then try to fit it in a Kubernetes world. So it doesn't matter
Understood.
you say
Understood.
on
And
premise or anywhere, it is
understood.
okay.
And overall, how much experience do you have?
Overall, 12 years.
12 years. Okay. So here's my personal take on this, and I could be totally wrong. But my experience is, to make what you're making in your job consistently in India only through consulting is tough. Unless
Okay,
you get a long term contract with somebody.
definitely. Mostly
That
here,
is
I got the first yearly contract.
correct. Then it is okay. But to get 3 months, 6 months contract back to back in India in this profile, difficult. To
Yeah.
get smaller contracts in this profile, definitely doable, but you will not make that much money because
Okay.
you'll end up with smaller startups which will give you 1/3, 1/5 of what you would make.
That's the reason I try to reach out, Guru. Mostly what happens, the same contracts that you get 500 to 600 per day in UK, they
Hmm.
end up coming to 200 in India, and that too the big, so that's a big problem. So I
That's
wanted
exactly
to
what
know,
I'm
like,
saying, right? You're in the wrong country, my friend. Guru, what's your thought?
I'll tell you something. There is a reason why companies pay 500 here because of the
correct.
taxation. Yes.
Yeah.
Apart from my income tax, I have to pay 6 other taxes.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. For
agree.
example, my electricity comes to 20,000. Electricity and water and heating comes to 20,000 rupees minimum. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I have road tax to pay. I have council tax to pay. My daughter's education will cost me 4 crore rupees. Who's going to give that for? Yeah. School is free. It's not Germany where PhD is free. No. So you have
Yeah,
to understand.
definitely.
And the thing is, the money power buy is more in India.
Mhm.
If you earn 2 lakhs, you can live far better life than rather than having 5 lakhs in UK.
Okay.
Theoretically speaking. Now, the other thing is you have to think is money is not always the criteria.
Mhm.
Yeah. For example,
Definitely.
yeah, you may get lot of money in India also. I'm not saying there are consulting who get, but then they work for, expectation is if the person is based out of India, because there is no labor law, you will be made to work for 12 hours a day.
Mhm.
So if you are married
Okay.
and have kids, my suggestion is don't.
Gone. Okay. No, in
See,
my
the
case,
thing is
it
the
is
UK
good
law
that.
protects me because if they expect me to work for more than 8 hours, then the rates are totally different.
Okay. Mhm.
Because, for example, when I was at Goldman, if I work 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, my rate is normal. If I work outside those hours, it's double.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and the thing is, you have to also understand some companies pay this because of some regulations. For example, banks will not send data to India,
Right.
or
Yeah.
for example, if you're
Definitely.
a Swiss company or a German company,
GDP.
forget about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I had
yeah,
worked for compliance. So mostly what happens when I was there with Fidelity Investment. So they were managing 1.3 trillion in assets. So it's a GDPR compliance. So you have to, if you want to play with the data, you have to stay there for 1 or 2 weeks and then come back. So
yes.
my thing is here, like since 2021 to 25, I have not seen a drastical growth. So I have peaked a certain amount in India, and
Mm.
after that it is not growing. Since last 4 years,
Okay,
it's
when you
like
say peaked, what do you mean by peaked?
peak means I. So in Bangalore, if you say once you reach 50, 55, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to grow. It's very difficult to grow.
Okay,
So
my suggestion is, I think rather than skilled, you are only after money. Sorry about the language. My
true,
suggestion, if your
true,
growth
true,
is,
true.
yeah, my
You are
suggestion is, yeah, let
100%
me
true.
finish. Let me finish. Contractors, there is a ceiling. You will make 60, 70 lakhs per annum. After that, no. That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you want to make more than 1 CR or 2 CR, you have to get to a level which is far better than a consultant. You have to be like an enterprise architect, and for that, you need commercial experience. So, my
Yeah,
suggestion is, see, unfortunately, in India, if you take a break for more than 6 months, then your career is screwed.
correct. Agree.
Yeah. So, for example, let's say you take now a contract role for 6 months. Remember,
Mhm.
even if you sign a contract for 1 year, they can
Mhm.
terminate on 1 month's notice. That is
Yeah,
possible.
definitely. It's
So,
there in
let's say
the.
someone signs you for a year and something goes bad and you lose your contract and you don't get a contract for 6 months, your contract
Yeah,
profile
gone.
goes for a toss and your permanent forget.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there is a saying in Tamil, uh, the girl looked at the king and let her husband go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I
So
got
the
a
thing is,
point.
you have, yeah. So my suggestion is the amount of risk you can take also matters. For example, let's say if you don't have a job for a year, do you have enough bank balance?
Yes.
Yeah. Number two, also remember, given that you are experienced, will you be at home and your family, wife or mom or dad, whoever it may be, they will start getting worried and they will start nagging you. That's mean there is a other thing as well. So my suggestion is the risk taking thing is up to you to decide.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
So
be
the.
careful. But remember, if you want to grow up, stay in a. I used to do contracting for 13 years, but when I peaked, I quit and then I became head of DevOps for Volkswagen Group. And I'm
Mhm.
tell you, and the good thing is, once you are in a permanent role, if you are even average or above average, you can grow slowly but steadily. Doing
Correct.
that in a contracting may be hard. That's the thing.
Yep. Yep.
But the thing is, if luck is on your side, growing dramatically happens only in contracting, but
Yep.
only from a money point of view, not from a title point of view, because you'll always be a consultant.
Okay.
So
So
just
let me be clear here, Savinderji or Guru.
Hmm.
So the thing is, as Guru mentioned, yes, I'm behind money. The reason is just for a year. And I want to be debt free in a year. And after that, you are free. Because if you have debt after 40, so you'll be thinking how I have to repay it. So that's the reason I have to take a chance. If I see the 2 years career, 2023 to 25, I see 24 lakhs I have paid to the government, but I didn't get any benefit. If I see my home loan principal, it just reduced by 3 or 4 lakhs. So that's the reason I have to take the risk for a year at least. And once things are settled, you are very cool. And wherever you fit in, just carry on as a permanent or consultant, all are fine. So that's the take from my side. I just want to take a risk for just a year. not for the
Yeah, that's
long
a
term.
That's fair.
Ravinder, tell me
Yeah.
something. I'm not sure about the Indian market, but if you are if you are a contractor for 1 year, then if you apply for permanent role, how is the market going to take you?
It depends what kind of roles you are applying for. Because
Yeah,
some places it's a great advantage,
uh,
some will not even entertain you.
yeah,
Okay.
So it's tricky. It's tricky.
yeah.
So, for
Yeah,
example,
definitely.
if you go to old school productish companies, they will not entertain you.
Hmm.
If you look at some newer services companies, they will love that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
be
that's it. Also, I
Market
need
is
to think.
market is uh, less. That's the
Yeah.
only risky there is. Yeah. Think
Yep.
about it.
So yeah. So I don't want for a long term. I know after a year I'll be completely free. So it will
but
be again still.
Mahesh, I'll tell you one thing. If you go down this route and if you start making money, you will never come out in 1 year. That
Yeah.
I can promise you. You are gone for at least 3, 4 years, 5 years,
No, 10.
10.
No,
Look at
it's up to
me.
the age.
Look at me. I used to
Yeah.
work for Fidelity
Mm.
in Kingswood, in Beachgate. Yes. And
Okay.
then I I quit my job because Fidelity started to offshore the job. So I was a bit afraid that I lose the job.
Okay.
And I took contracting from and I went from Citibank to Credit Suisse to Goldman Sachs so way because I saw the money. And then one day I realized that I'm working too much and I'm losing my family time. Thank God at the right time I quit. But not many
Mhm.
people quit, and now they're getting the same pay which they got 10 years ago because the market is not increasing.
True.
Yeah, so
True.
just be careful.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Once I settle down the debt,
We'll have to
it's
wind
gone.
up. A lot of people are waiting.
A
I'm
lot of
sorry.
people are getting sorry.
But I think you got your answer, Mahesh.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Thanks,
Thanks.
man. Cheers. All right, Pravesh, go ahead, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, good evening, everyone. And a general introduction. My name is Pravesh Sudha. I'm a philosophy graduate and I passed from Hindu College, Delhi University. So, I just have one question from Surinder. I just came here for the experience of live stream. So, my question to Surinder is, as a DevOps engineer, are you expected to know the full format of like we say Jenkins pipeline? So we need to learn how to write from A to Z, like the full format, or we can have like the boilerplate code from ChatGPT and make some modification accordingly. I'm talking about the interview process. Like, do we need to know how to like write the whole pipeline?
So forget the interview. If you are a good DevOps engineer, irrespective of Chat GPT or not, you should know how to write the whole damn thing. Right?
Okay,
Because today it is Chat GPT, tomorrow it will be something else. I've been doing this for over 20 years. You should know
okay,
how to write your tools.
okay,
My dad was an army man. When I told him I want to learn the car, the first thing he did was he took me to the bonnet, opened up the bonnet, and told me what is the engine, how to change the carburetor oil, how to check the air filter. For 1 week, we were doing this only. After that, I was
mm,
allowed to sit in the car.
mm,
You get what I'm saying?
that's a great approach.
You should know your Jenkins inside out, outside in.
Okay,
Only then you're a good DevOps engineer,
yeah.
right?
And another thing I want to add is, like we were talking about the concept of hukum. You remember in a LinkedIn post,
Concept of
hukum. I
hukum.
was talking about Amor Fati. So
Hmm.
you said about hukum, like you said that we'll discuss in the live stream. So, like I introduced the concept of Amor Fati in the discussion, which
Yes.
for those of you who don't know, I'm from philosophy background, so I dwell into philosophical concept a lot and love to engage with Surinder in these kind of discussion. So, for those who don't know, Amor Fati is a Latin phrase which means love for fate. Like you love everything that comes, like you love the outcome of all the action that happens to you, and irrespective of the like the I'm not an articulate person. Like I can't put that into word. But Surinder has got the point. What I'm saying,
Yeah.
like you love the faith rather than like you just embrace it. I would say it's not like you are just saying कि भाई मेरे साथ कुछ गलत हुआ. Like everything happened for a good reason. Like that's the essence of it.
What's your question?
So my question is what does hukum word stand for? Like I didn't generally grasp the term hukum as a concept for faith. Like if we compare it.
So hukum, the way I used it is used in the Sikhi scripture,
Yeah.
right? It is not commandment. It is
Okay.
the will of the higher power, the superpower, God, whatever you call it, right?
Okay.
And it is what is unfolding in your life. If you believe that there is some power, universe, whatever you call it, which is far bigger than what I am, and what is happening is not random, it is by some divine design, right? That is called hukum. And acceptance of that and saying, I will do my part, but what happens or doesn't happen is part of that bigger divine plan. That is what I was talking about, which
Okay.
kind of resonates to what you were saying also.
Yeah.
ठीक है, इस पे we'll have to spend a lot more time. Maybe we'll do
Right.
one live
Sir.
only on this part of philosophy. Let's keep this separate.
Yes, sir.
Because we might bore some people.
Yes, sir.
But
That's the issue. Like please,
yeah, sometime we'll do a live only on philosophy and
like the spiritual
spirituality and
stuff.
stuff like that. We'll do
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right.
Okay, sir.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Unnat, go ahead, please.
Hi guys, hi Savinder. So my question is regarding compliance. So I'll just give you a small background about myself. So I'm a remote worker working for a European company. So I need to understand it, or do you know if a person like me needs to file for Softex? So
Softex.
So this is a form that's I'm not sure if it's mandatory for me, and I'm trying to find a lot about it, but I'm not able to understand. Softex stands for software export. So because in India, if you are making money in dollars, you need to get IEC and Softex, but I'm not been able to find a clear answer whether any person like me would qualify for it or not, because on internet both opinions are there that you don't need to, or like there has
Have you
been several
have
cases.
you spoken to a good tax consultant, a good CA?
CA generally doesn't know about it. I
No,
know a lot of things about finances, but
Mm.
this is because mostly CAs in India do not know about how IT field
That's what I'm
works out.
asking. That's what I'm asking. You have to look for a CA who has worked with consultants who get money from overseas. It's a different branch of, or it's a different breed of CAs. Those are not the regular CAs. If you look for them, you will find them. But there are several people who specialize in this kind of thing, right? We are not
Okay.
qualified to give you advice here. We can only share
So
our own opinion.
yeah, I totally understand that, but you have also worked in the same model, so that's
Yes.
why I asked you that. Have
So,
you done?
okay. So the way my taxation was done, this is not the right forum to discuss this. Okay, so let's connect one to
Okay,
one and let's talk there. I can tell you
okay.
from my experience what I've done. This is not the right forum to discuss personal taxations.
No,
Let's,
no, that was
you
not
can,
my
yeah,
intention.
no,
That
I
was
understand.
absolutely
Unat, send
yeah.
me a DM on LinkedIn and let's connect. I can help you.
Okay, yeah.
I can
Thank
share
you,
what I have done and I can share that part, but send me a message on LinkedIn. We can connect.
thank you so
Okay.
much. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
All right. Yes. इस सुफियन 2 जगह से ज्वाइन किया क्या?
हाँ सर, मैंने मोबाइल से कर लिया था, 1 सेकंड।
हाँ, लॉग ऑफ फ्रॉम 1 yeah. Okay, go ahead.
हाँ या सर. So I am a UI UX designer around from 1 year, and I just want to switch my career. Like in our Indian current scenario, the small companies like wants to be a graphic designer in a UI UX designer. जैसा छोटी कंपनी में जब हम जॉब करते हैं तो वो हमसे बहुत सारे एक्सपेक्टेशन रखते हैं यूआई के इसमें.
इंग्लिश में बोल,
जैसे
इंग्लिश में
मेरा
कोशिश
बैकग्राउंड
कर,
इंजीनियरिंग है.
कोशिश कर. Talk in English. Try.
So,
Even if it's broken, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
yeah, sir. Yeah.
So, what's your question? You are a UI UX designer, and you want to change your field. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
What's the question?
सर फिर मुझे कैसा अभी फुल टाइम जॉब है मेरा.
Hmm.
या
Yeah. Go ahead.
या मेरा अभी फुल टाइम जॉब है. सो उसके बाद ना मुझे डेवऑप्स में जाना है, बट पढ़ने को कम टाइम मिलता है.
Okay.
तो उसके लिए कैसा मतलब करना चाहिए जल्द से जल्द स्विच करने के लिए.
नेटफ्लिक्स कम देख, नींद कम
एक
कर और
मिनट,
पढ़ाई
ठहर
कर
जा,
और
ठहर
क्या.
जा.
गुरु.
सुफैन, आपकी शादी हो गई है क्या? सुफैन, आर यू मैरिड? Give me an
No,
answer.
no,
Do you have a
no.
girlfriend? Okay, let's assume you have. Okay, even if you have girlfriend, you will spend 3-4 hours. After that, you cannot do more. Okay, you have 8 hours of working, 2 hours of commute, and let's say 8 hours of sleeping and doing what you need to do with your other half. Yeah, dating, and all those things. You still have 6 hours. What do you do for those 6 hours? Yeah, look at Savinder or myself. Do you know what time we get up in the morning? It's all about commitment. Don't expect don't expect an outcome with laziness. Expecting an outcome from laziness is called a wish.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about the harsh words. Savinder is not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. We get up at 4:30. Okay, I have a coffee from. I get up because my wife makes a lovely coffee at 4:45. And if I miss it, no more coffee for the day, obviously, because she goes to work. Yeah, we get up at 4:30. We study from very early in the morning. Remember, 5 to 7, 1 hour is equivalent to 2 hours and 2.5 hours in the evening, because your energy is dead. Sorry, energy is drained by the time in the evening. So my suggestion is get up in the morning, do some study. You have the whole day to live your life and corporate life and everything. And in the evening, have some relaxation time and then write notes to do what is happening. Unless you do that, you will never have time. And as they say, you have to make time, you don't get time. It's as simple as that.
Sufyan, let me ask you one simple question. What is your screen time? 4 hours, 5 hours?
Okay, yeah. But I have to
5
do
hours?
a lot of work. Yeah.
You have to do a lot of work.
In my mobile.
No.
Yes, 5 hours.
Obviously, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying how much time do you spend watching reels and shorts and things like that?
Yeah. 4 hours around.
4 hours. So this is not 4 hours. This is at least 6 hours. Because 4 hours this, 2 hours to come back from that thought process. Right? How many hours do you sleep at night?
8.
8. I haven't slept
8
for
hours.
8 hours for over 15 years. Right? It is 11 o'clock in the night. Right? I don't get paid to do this live stream. You know that. I'm still doing it. Right? My daughter just walked into the room. She didn't want to sleep. She was waiting for me. I told her I will take 1 more hour. Right? So you have to slog your ass out, my friend. There is no other way. तेरी आंखें ना लाल होनी चाहिए, लाल दिखना चाहिए कि बंदा सोया नहीं है. We should not have to ask you these questions. Your eyes should be
नहीं, बट
bloodshot.
मैंने आपका एक वीडियो देखा था डेवऑप्स के लिए, तो उसमें आपने बताया था बेसिक से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, सी प्लस प्लस, फिर बाद में लिनक्स स्टार्टिंग करो, तो वो ना
Correct.
पूरा 1 ईयर का स्ट्रक्चर दिखाया था आपने.
हाँ है
तो फिर मैं वो मुझे बहुत बड़ा लगा, इसलिए मैं आज के इसमें ज्वाइन किया कि ऐसे कुछ शॉर्ट वे रहा हूँ आने से, जॉब के साथ
शॉर्टकट
में
नहीं है
जल्दी
भाई.
कवर करूँ.
सॉरी, शॉर्टकट नहीं है मेरे पास. सॉरी.
Okay.
पैसा कमाना ढंग से, लॉन्ग टर्म सस्टेनेबल, तो मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. शॉर्टकट चाहिए. दिस इज नॉट द चैनल, दीज आर नॉट द पीपल. आई एम बीइंग वेरी अपफ्रंट.
Yeah, Sufyan.
We don't do shortcuts.
I'll give you a simple question, equivalent for this. Tomorrow you will get married, yes, obviously, whenever, and you want to have a baby. Yeah? Yeah? Instead of having sex 1 time a day, let's have sex 10 times a day. Do you think the baby will come out 2 months earlier? No.
All right. So Sufyan, no shortcuts. Oh,
Yeah.
he anyways went away.
Yeah, no,
I
the
was
thing is
about to
sometimes you have
disconnect
to
him
be
anyway.
very,
Yeah. I was about to disconnect him anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Okay, Krish, go ahead, please.
No, Sai has been waiting more.
Okay, Sai. Sorry. Go ahead, Sai.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Sir, I need a suggestion from you. I have total 12 years of experience. 7 years I worked as a ETL developer, SSIS, SQL Server, C#, .NET, like that. From past 5 years, I'm working in PySpark, big data technologies. 6 months back, I moved to one project. There, I started involving in these DevOps technologies like Terraform, Jenkins, Liquibase, AWS, all those things. When I apply jobs outside, I'm not getting much hike and more calls. So my question is, currently I'm working as a data engineer, right? So switch to DevOps is a right choice. If that is the right choice, so how I can plan my career for long term?
Don't switch. Oh, man, why are you are supposed, yeah, I wish you, okay, let me put it this way, yeah, again and again, I think you should watch all the videos between me and Savinder all the time. Forget the word switch. Forget the word switch. By switching, you'll be having only one skill and you will be a fresher, and no one is going to give you a job, because if they give you 3.5 or 4 lakhs, will you accept? Most probably not. So you're telling me that you will start fresh in DevOps and you want a job in DevOps and wanting 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs. That ain't going to happen. Position yourself differently. You already have a heck lot of difference, and you're working in big data. You have CIS and ETL and all those things. Apply and enhance it with DevOps and position yourself as both. You're multi-skilled. People envy your skills. You have big data, ETL, big data, and most probably getting into AI will not be a problem for you. You just need that push and position yourself as both. Okay, for the last 6 months you've been DevOps. People think, DevOps is an easy entry into making money. It's not the case. I'll tell you, if you get easy into something, it's a non-long term, it's not sustainable. Look at me. I was a developer, I was a support engineer, infrastructure engineer, head of DevOps, and then flying every Monday morning and going here and there and pre-sales. Now back to engineering. What makes you happy, do it. And remember, you're multi-skilled. Savinder is not there only to write Jenkins file or writing CI/CD pipeline. He doesn't get paid for that only. He looks at the bigger picture. You are a senior like him. Behave like a senior and take at the bigger picture. And be multi-skilled. Else you will face problems in career. And given the way all the industry is going, if you have only one skill, if you're a fresher, that's fine. But if you are a 10 plus years experience, you need to have multiple skills, else it will become very difficult for you, sir.
Got it, sir.
Savinder, your turn, please, sir. Thank you.
No, perfect. I think you've said it. Perfect. All right. Good. Sai, thank you for joining in.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Who joined
Krish.
us? Krish, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. So basically, I'm working as a software engineer in a company currently, and I've done 6 months of internship here and got converted as a full-time engineer. It has been 8 months as full-time, and so my role is full stack, but I've been getting more of front-end intensive tasks. And so I wanted to ask you that how should I proceed further ahead and what should I learn and what should be my path from here on? I watched your video about Twitter as to how I should learn in public and make side projects and everything, which I will be targeting. But apart from it, like I also have a resume link ready. If you want, I can share it. It would be great if you could give your thought on it. Yeah, over to you.
Okay. So on the resume, I had put out a link saying I'll be doing a resume review. I've shot that video. It should come out most probably tomorrow evening. So you can have a look at that. I've reviewed about 15 odd resume. You can have a look at that. You can compare that to your resume. It'll give you a fair idea. Okay. Now, I didn't really understand your question. What are you looking for?
Okay, so basically, I am looking for a better pay. So for that, I need to learn more. And like mostly people right now tell that you make side projects and you learn by doing. So my question was that what kind of projects should I make so that I'm better positioned and so that my skills become more and more better?
Okay, Krish, one simple question, sir. Are you vegetarian or non-vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, good. Right. Let's say today I will make you eat dal chawal. Day after tomorrow, you eat dal chawal. So alternate will be dal chawal and rajma. Yeah, that will be your alternative. And if I tell you to do this for next 3 years, would you be okay with that?
No.
Why not? I'm telling you to do no.
Okay.
It's your choice. It's your choice. Do what makes you happy. Why does Savinder do all these things? Why is he coming? As he mentioned, he doesn't get paid for anything. And it's 11 o'clock in the night. At least for me, it's only 5:30. So it's fine. Yeah?
Yeah.
So my suggestion is do only that thing which makes you happy.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah? If you think front end mein karna hai, to karo. There's nothing stopping you. UI UX is not going anywhere. Even you have ChatGPT, there is a UI on front of it. LM Studio has a good thing. Yeah? So it's not going anywhere. Backend engineering is required. Infrastructure engineering is required. So do what makes you happy. But be a little bit flexible as well. Yeah? Don't ask other people what should I do. It's a very bad approach. Do you think I asked Savinder, oh, aaj main kya karu, sir? No. We discuss. Oh, this is coming up. What do you think? What is this? Should I learn more of this or less of this? I don't say whether should I learn this or not.
Right.
Yeah. My
Yes.
suggestion is, as Savinder mentioned, you have to be prudent about what is happening in the industry. See, now voice is becoming more prevalent. Yeah. UI may not, for example, if you look at me, I don't sit and type commands anymore in the UI. I tell Alexa to do it for me. So maybe you want to look at something different. Voice. So write some voice. 10 years ago, what I used to do is as part of my, I was used to was working for Volkswagen Group. You know what happened? Because of the German and English and all those things, what we used to do, rather than typing the commands, what we used to do is connect with Mr. Google Assistant and tell the scale the application up and down. Have some fun. Don't overthink. Let me put it that way. Do this, become multi-skill. Multi-skill is always good. And by doing multi-skilled, you become a very good problem solver. Remember, software industry is not for fun. The purpose is to solve some problems. So become a good problem solver. It's like, telling, sir, I know how to fix a tire. I know only fix the windshield. I don't know how to fix the engine. Well, not many customers with good cars are going to come with you.
Yeah, I got your point.
Savinder, what rude words use कर रहा हूँ क्या?
No, that's why we call you. It's good. It's all good.
No, you
नहीं
gave the
यार,
right.
क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, ओके यार, ज्यादा नहीं बोलने का मुझे. Thing is, what happens is, my daughter, 3 years ago, when she was only 16, sorry, 15 or 15 and a half, she said, Dad, I don't want to be a nerd like daddy. I don't want to see sick people like my mummy. I love chemistry. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want too much money. And I want to go to Brighton School of Architecture for construction architecture. She worked her bottoms off while doing all the things a teenage does. Where is she now? Brighton School of Architecture. Because that's what she wants to do. Technically speaking, I can retire now and go and sit in Savinder's house and do a lot of DevOps. Well, he'll throw me out after a month, but we'll see about that. Yeah, exactly. Well, then I'll go to Mr. Mittal's house and sit there.
Yeah, I know you were going there.
Exactly. And maybe I have 5-6 friends in Pune. So the thing is, I don't do it only for the money or career. No. Most of the time, the most successful people don't do it for the money. Trust me. Be happy with what you do. This will give you the satisfaction, and then you will become like Rancho. काबिल बनो, कामयाबी तुम्हारे पीछे दौड़ेगी.
Did you get your answer, Chris?
Yes, I totally got my answer. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. All right. Quest Ali.
Hello, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, perfect. Go ahead, please.
Sir, so recently I have started my DevOps journey, and I have watched your video about the DevOps roadmap, and I have also watched many of others YouTubers videos. So I have grasped some, I have made a list about some topics that I need to cover. So there's networking, operating system, databases, virtualization, programming, Git and Bash, and then you jump onto the cloud, whichever cloud you want. So my question is that how much time should I give on each of these concepts? So I'm started on networking. So how deep should I go on this?
So when you say networking or scripting or whatever your topics are,
Yes, sir.
in those topics, do you have a list of practical things that you want to do?
Yes, sir. I have listed them, but I have a bad habit of being a perfectionist, and I deep dive on into that rabbit hole that I need to know everything, and I'm not missing something that might cause me trouble in the future.
Understood. So, see, I have a different approach on learning these days, right? My approach is don't learn topics for the sake of learning. Plan to build something, and while you're building it, then pick up what you want to learn. Like I was just explaining a couple of people back. So, if you want to, let's say, build a Java application, right? So find a simple open source Java application online from the net, download that. Now you want to build it. Then you figure out What is it written? It's a Java application. Maybe it'll need an Ant or a Jenkins or a Maven to build it. So you'll have to learn Maven a little bit.
Right, sir.
Then you have to set up JDK on your machine. You set that up. Then you figure out how to make Maven work with JDK. So you do that. Then you compile the application. You'll get some problems. Solve that. You learn it. Then once you've had your war ready, now you want to deploy it on a Tomcat. So download Tomcat, figure out how to set it up. Then find out where do you place this war in Tomcat. Put it there. You'll able to see the application. Then you want to put this on cloud now. So read how do you put a Tomcat application on the cloud on AWS. Figure that out. So what I'm saying is, while building a project, while doing this, you learn what you have to learn to get it done. So two things will happen. You will learn and you will build a project, and then you can write about it also. Everything will happen in parallel. You do it this 3, 4, 5 times, you will cover all the topics that you were anyway supposed to cover.
Right, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Perfect. Thank you, man.
One more thing, don't only look from a software perspective. Yeah, look it from an outcome perspective. For example,
Yes, sir.
you can deploy an application on Kubernetes, let's assume, and if your traffic is only 5 hits in a day, would you use Kubernetes for that, or a VM for that? No, because it's too expensive.
Yes, sir.
You do it. I have containerized this application. What can I do? Let me set up GCP and run it in Cloud Run, because 1 lakh requests per month is free. The only thing you have set up is DNS. And now with Cloud Run, they have even given custom domains. It's free.
Yes, sir.
So don't go with only traditionals. Think FinOps. Think cost savings. Think about time savings. Think about scalability. Think about your time. If I'm doing something and if computer do all the dummy work and you can work on the application, nothing better than that.
Right, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
only thinking about Kubernetes, only thinking about Jenkins, that's only 20% of the thing. Remember, software development is not done for fun. It's a very expensive, needed evil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So think about, if I create a solution which will save money, save time, have better outcomes with the same amount of money or better value for money, then you have become a good engineer.
Right, sir.
Everything else does not matter. For example, you may write the best Jenkins, best networking, best everything. And let's say every time you go out to the internet and come back using egress, that's it, you'll get a huge bill. Then your concept of internal networking and all those things comes into picture. And then security and all those things. Who's going to take care of that? So look at the bigger picture. Not only the kitchen, you have to take care of your living room, your bedroom, your toilet, and everything. Only
Yes,
then
sir.
your house will be burger proof and stink proof. Yeah,
Got it?
think about it.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. All right. Kavishwar, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I am in my last semester of college currently in Pune, and I'm extremely interested in DevOps. Means the DevOps fascinates me. At first, I didn't know what DevOps is. I was tinkering with servers and everything. I had extreme interest in hardware at first in my first year and second year. So I bought a server, a second-hand computer, and turned it into a server for home automation. I deployed basic microcontroller chips, used them as home automation, and home automated my house. So as the data was getting logged into my server, I was thinking, how can I automate the process of uh, managing this data? So during this, I stumbled upon a field of DevOps practices. So from there, I can say from my third year, I started exploring DevOps, cloud, and I can say that is a very interesting field. It still fascinates me a lot, and there is a lot to learn about it. So currently, I can say I'm looking a lot more to learn in a professional way. I have done a lot of tinkering in my own house. As you can see behind me on my cupboard, there is a server. Three servers are there. Both are three Kubernetes clusters, and I have done all of the work on them myself, including hardware, including the RAM, CPU, everything. So I have deployed a Kubernetes cluster, then deployed a what I bought a domain name, pointed it to my static IP. I bought a static IP from ISP also. So a lot of things have been done. Now I am looking for how can I show recruiters, means as I'm looking for a job right now, how can I show recruiters my practical experience? How can I fascinate them like I am fascinated about my DevOps culture? And also, I'm quite proud about my practical experience. As you have said, doing it practically makes it more learning than doing it theoretically. So how
Guru,
can
this
I
question
show?
is for you. This is for your. This is right up your alley question.
So how can I approach to recruiters? I have currently made a basic resume. If you want to have a look at it, I can share the link.
No, you'll get
Let's
the
look
answer
at
from Guru.
resume in a different Kavishkar. I
Kamishwar.
see a mini me in you. Uh, I moved to UK very shortly after my years, and then when I got the house, I have a shed, what I used to call private data center. I built a small data center with all the things you said. The good thing was I was contracting, so all the money, instead of paying tax, I made them as server and made it as corporate expenses. Yeah. So
Okay.
okay. And then
Yes.
5 years later, I said them they are depreciated and took the money back. Hey, good tax boy. Of course, it's all
Okay.
okay. Now, of course, mine is different. I'm based out of London, right? My suggestion is you are on a very good path. The happiness I see, the happiness and the passion is there. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Yeah. And then the second thing is do what makes you happy. Don't go by other people saying do this, do that, unless they have been successful. For example, if you want to learn about DevOps, Savinder Paji is number one. Yeah. If you want to
Yes.
goof around, Guru is number one. He goofs around a lot. Yes, but there is a reason. The thing is that don't restrict yourself. From what I understand, you love infrastructure, which is good. But infrastructure is used for what? Having a
Software.
Kubernetes cluster doesn't make
Hmm.
you employable,
Hmm.
because what happens is on-prem is there. I'll tell you 30 to 40% of our workloads are happening in on-prem only. So your skills are not going anywhere out. But remember the less 60% are in cloud. So learn the cloud side as well.
Yes, I understood this in on my last 6 months also.
Hmm.
In last 6 months, and I'm transitioning into cloud right now.
Don't transition.
So
No.
no, not transition, not transitioning. I am making projects, hybrid cloud projects, in
Hmm.
which I'm using on-prem infrastructure for secure and sensitive data, and for default load means load which is constant, and using cloud for scaling load means the load which spiking load. So I have built a project in which a basic to-do application, basic spikes were scaled to cloud, GCP and AWS, and on-prem infrastructure handled the default load.
Okay, no, I will have to stop here because other people are waiting. To-do application is not an application.
I just took a GitHub application and deployed it. I only did the
No problem.
deployment.
Okay, do one thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll ask you a simple question. Your application which listed or inserts into a to-do application which uses only one table is
Hmm.
not application. Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
write an application which writes into 6 databases which is normalized to 3 level or second level normalization.
Okay. Okay.
and then do a performance testing and do a load testing and penetration testing on that, and show
Okay.
me the results. Then I will know that what you're doing is correct or not. Your to-do application
Okay.
is like telling the world I learned how to cycle. Everyone knows how to cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit on a
That's
Yamaha
quite an useful
and
insight.
drive at 100 miles an hour, then I'll show you. Because scaling a to-do application is easy because you're
Hmm.
only looking at the application side. But what about
Hmm.
the database side? How about the networking? How about egress charge? How about ingress charges? How about
Okay.
security? What about availability? What about latency? Remember, to-do application, if it displays after 5 seconds, doesn't matter. If you are doing trading, 5 seconds means virtually you will lose a lot of money. Trust me. Yeah. So
Hmm.
think about those stuff as well. I'm not saying,
Uh,
yeah.
can I add just a little bit thing? Uh, 3 4 things you mentioned I took into consideration in my project, like latency. For that, I used Cloudflare CDNs, and for what can say availability, highly available. As I deployed a Kubernetes cluster, I did 3 Kubernetes clusters: one on prem, and two on cloud, one on GCP and one on AWS. So I think highly available are, I can say the to-do application is highly available.
Hmm.
Can I say that, or is there anything you can add?
See, you're thinking about the user application.
Hmm.
Yeah. So to-do is a very simple application. It's a CRUD application, to be precise.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think CRUD are the only things which happens in the financial industry?
No.
If you go
That's
trading,
quite a good point.
lot of things which happens in the background, and
Hmm.
every decision is made on like 20, 30, 40 parameters. Trust
Hmm.
me, I know this because I used to work for Fidelity and Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know this thing. What you're doing is executing a trade only takes 1 second or 2 seconds. But all the data needed around that to make the decision, that is seconds, makes a difference. Yeah. So your internal traffic, and for example, if you want to execute, okay, let me ask you, 10, 20, 30 people will do the to do for you, it will work. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
But let's say if I want to insert 1 million records per second using the backend only, not using front end itself, will it do? To do is easy
No.
because it's one table. But if you're looking
I
at
have I have only will not work in that.
exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
But trust me,
All right,
we have done.
guys.
Sorry.
Guys,
Yeah.
let's
Last
cut it.
1 minute.
Cut it.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah.
So what you need to do is not think in terms of application, but also look at the application architecture and the complex one. To do is not an application you should be proud of. It's a good starting point, but not good enough. And look at different aspects. Yeah. Sorry.
Kavishwar, I'll give you one challenge additional to what
Okay.
Guru has said, right?
Okay.
When
Okay.
you create your resume,
Hmm.
your resume should stand the heck out like anything.
Can you
I
just
tell
have a
you,
look at it, please, please?
मेरे को भेज दे,
Hmm.
send it on LinkedIn, I'll have a look. Not right
Okay.
now,
Okay.
but
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you I will not like your resume. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Think of yourself not as writing a DevOps resume. Think of yourself like you are a fashion designer
Hmm.
and you have 20 dresses at home to display.
Uh-huh.
These are your servers, these are your home automation things. How will you display them in your resume?
That's quite a hard task.
You are a bloody fashion
Choosing
designer.
the choosing the best quality clothes.
Exactly. Best quality clothes, pictures. Don't even create a word resume. Why? पोर्टफोलियो बना, एनिमेशन डाल,
Uh,
मूवी बना, 20 सेकंड का मूवी बना. गो क्रिएटिव मैन. व्हाई डू यू एटीएस के लिए रेज्यूमे बना ले एक. नो हार्म इन दैट
uh,
बिकॉज यू नीड दैट. But the moment your resume crosses ATA, say, guys, this is only ATA, this is bullshit. This is my portfolio. Come and have a look. It's a 30-second home tour. It is you setting up your Kubernetes cluster. It is you explaining. Go wild. Okay? Send me that link.
okay, that's quite a good idea. I will definitely send you the link.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you both
Bye.
of you. Goodbye.
Hi Darshan, how are you? Long time.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good, very good. Yeah.
Yeah, hi to Guru as well. I've been following him for more than a year. Yeah, I used to see his LinkedIn posts as well. Yeah, so just to heads up, I'm a final year student at VIT. I'm based out of Tamil Nadu, and I work at a security-based company as a developer and a DevOps guy. Recently, they gave me work into testing also. I didn't know the T of testing, and I chose something called Locust for load testing, and I was just figuring out things. So it's a startup. It's going well. My my current work goes into Golang and mostly into cloud side. My company infrastructure is hosted on GCP, but most of my customers are on AWS. So I have, I've been working on both actually. Recently, what's happening with me is I I happen to check out a lot of things. I go in a rabbit hole, and let's say I get an idea to build something on my own. Okay, just like I was hearing Kavishwar, right? So I had an old laptop with me, which runs Linux, and it has a GTX 1050 card. And I have not been using that for more than 2 years. I have a Mac right now. So what I did, I set up a VPN with that. I put it on top of my shelf. So I use it as a server. So I go to my house. It's in my hostel room only. It's not going to switch off. It's power on always, and it's connected to hostel Wi-Fi. So I use it as a server. So I really understand what the previous guy was saying, and I really love the previous conversation. The main question I have is, you guys are people who probably relate to these things I'm saying and what Kavish was saying, right? I get burnout easily when I go deep into things like this. So recently I was working on eBPF, which is a kernel level how do I say, you will know about it, right? It's basically a thing to observability. It's for observability at kernel level for network connections and all of that. So for that I needed much more background knowledge. I was going inside it, and I spent 10 days. But then at the end of the 10th day I looked at, okay, where did I end up? And yes, I knew certain things, but it was like, oh man, I went too long, let me give a break of 2 days. And then from there I jump onto something else, and it's a burnout feeling. I'm like, what am I doing? Though I'm getting paid good, okay, I'm not going to complain, getting paid good, but I'm like feeling burnt out at sometimes. Like it's that every 10th day in a month, I'm like, no man, I'm going to close this IT, I'm leaving this IT. Is that feeling? And the 11th day I'm back. 11th day I'm back. After the sleep, I'm
Okay,
like, okay, this is
okay.
cool.
Let's make it okay. For you, there is a simple. If you look at my chart, yeah, there are
Huh.
two things. One is called DOD, which is
Okay.
called definition of done, and
Hmm.
second thing is called MVP,
Hmm.
minimum viable
Viable
product.
product. Hmm.
Yeah, whenever you're working something, and there is something called time boxing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
what I never do is go to, as you mentioned, rabbit hole. Yeah, don't set up. I want to work on this for 2 days. In this, I want to learn this, and this, and be realistic. Yeah, and say after
Okay.
this, no more.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, got it.
it's like going out with your girlfriend. Yes,
Hmm.
fine, you will have a lot of time. After 10 hours, even she will say, "Bugger off, man, I'm tired of you."
Hmm. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so there is a definition of done. She is happy, she is tired, she wants to sleep, let her go.
Right.
You can also sleep. Yeah, minimum
Yeah.
viable product is what you need. And after your definition of done, write down the notes, everything. No one is going to ask you write a selenium, sorry, cilium, ebbf service mesh for you. No, it's already done. Learn
Yeah.
it and move on. Yeah, and if you
Yeah.
want to do a lot of things, contact me on LinkedIn. I'll give you lots of projects to do with me. I
Sure.
need people like you, obviously. But my view is DOD and MVP will make your life better. And also, we work to live, we don't live to work. Please change your attitude first.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
love computing. Trust me. If I get 24 hours a day, I will do it. But I have life. I want to play badminton. I want to have bakar chodi with Savinder. I want to take photos. I want to spend time with my daughter and my wife. But definition on 10 and MVP will definitely help you.
Got it.
Sorry, Savinder ji. अभी short answers दूंगा मैं.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So, Darshan, only one thing.
Yeah.
Develop a hobby
Okay.
outside of software. That hobby should not involve the laptop,
Got it.
right? Because when I'm looking at you now, after I think 6 months probably,
No,
right?
September end we met, no?
September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, 5 months, 5 months, right? You
Yeah.
looked burnt as shit right now. Right?
I am
Don't let that
forgetting to shave, trim. This is the condition what's happening to me. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Don't do that. Like Guru was saying, perfectly valid advice. Once in a while, shut down your laptop and go and look outside. There is wonderful life happening there.
Yeah.
Don't get dragged down into this.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, it completely makes sense.
All right.
What was that for?
I don't know. What the heck, man? All right.
Oh my God, what is this?
Oh. Acha, ye Mac magic. Okay. See you, Darshan.
Sure.
Yes, bye. All right, Kamal.
हेलो
Go
सर.
Hello.
आवाज आ रहा है सर?
हाँ आ रहा है.
हिंदी में बात कर सकता हूँ?
हाँ कर यार.
सर तो मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये कि मैं बीसीए थर्ड सेम में आ चुका, अरे लास्ट सेम में आ चुका हूँ, पर कोई स्किल नहीं है. क्या करूँ कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा. क्या करूँ सर?
स्किल ले फिर. रोका किसने?
पर कौन सी लूँ सर? ऐसा हो रहा है कि कंपटीशन जहाँ कम हो वहां लूँ. फिर 1 साल तक वीडियो देखा तो पता चला कि सब जगह कंपटीशन है, भिखारी में भी कंपटीशन है, ऐसा पता चला. फिर
1 साल वीडियो देखेगा तो ऐसे ही होगा. इतने वीडियो थोड़ी देखने होते हैं.
आपके भी सब वीडियो देख लिए.
देख मत, कुछ कर. खाली देख के थोड़ी कुछ होगा.
फिर सर पता चला कि दुबई में एक एआई डेटा सेंटर बनने वाला है, और मैं गुजरात में हूँ तो वहां भी जामनगर में डेटा सेंटर बनने वाला है. फिर तुमने बताया कि अमेरिका में भी 500 बिलियन का डेटा सेंटर बनने वाला, तो मैं
तेरे को
डेवॉप्स
क्या
करने
फर्क
का
पड़ता है?
सोच रहा हूँ.
उससे तेरे को
तो
क्या
सर
फर्क पड़ता है?
उससे
कहीं भी
जॉब,
डेटा सेंटर बन रहे हो.
तो सर डेवॉप्स में जॉब आएगा ना?
नहीं सर. आप सॉरी सविंदर जी, थोड़ा आई थिंक आप हंस लो, तब तक मैं कमल को थोड़ा
आराम से जरा
सीधा करता हूँ.
आराम से.
ठीक है.
हाँ सर.
सर आप कॉलेज में हो, करेक्ट? या
हाँ, लास्ट सेमेस्टर है मेरा.
हाँ, लास्ट सेमेस्टर है. उसके बाद क्या करने का इरादा है?
मास्टर करूंगा 2 साल, पढ़ाई करूंगा सब.
हाँ, मगर बिना विजन के आप क्या पढ़ाई करोगे?
सर पर विजन ही नहीं मालूम पड़ रहा, क्या करूं. गेम
तो
खेलता हूँ, अब
मास्टर
डिलीट
क्यों करना है? आपने बोला ना भिखारी की लोग भी कंपटीशन, तो भीख ही मांग लीजिए ना.
पर
मास्टर्स
सर
डिग्री
उसमें
में
पैसे कम है. मुझे मिलियनर बनना है, मिलियनर.
अच्छा, ओके. हाँ, तो आप ऐसा कीजिए, खुद का बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर दीजिए.
कौन सा सर जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा सक्सेस रेट हो, बताइए ना कोई.
हाँ, फ्रॉड में सबसे ज्यादा पैसा है.
पॉलिटिक्स कर ले.
सर ऐसा
पॉलिटिक्स. हाँ, पॉलिटिक्स एंड फ्रॉड साइड में जाते हैं.
सेम है, सेम.
अरे
माय सजेशन
पर
इज,
सर कम्युनिकेशन बात करना नहीं आता मुझे.
नहीं, आप ना, दिस इज द रॉन्ग चैनल फॉर दिस. This is totally the wrong channel. What you're asking is here. आप ना रॉन्ग चैनल पे हो सर. आपका जो एटीट्यूड है ना, इट सक्स.
अच्छा तो सर मैं डेवऑप्स कर सकता हूँ, फ्रेशर हूँ तो।
करो, कौन मना कर रहा है आपको? डेवऑप्स करो, फ्रंट एंड
आपका
करो, बैक एंड करो, डेटा सेंटर ऑपरेशंस करो, हार्डवेयर में करो, जाके मिस्टर अंबानी से बोलो कि मैं जामनगर में मुझे जॉब दे दो. डू व्हाट मेक्स यू हैप्पी.
ठीक है।
कमल, लेटेंट का नाम सुना है? लेटेंट समय रैना का शो है,
हाँ हाँ सर,
वो चला जा, वहां चला जा, मस्त है वो।
ये
ठीक है,
लेटेंट क्या है
नहीं
रविंदर?
सर।
अरे यू शुड सी दैट।
सर
डू यू नो दिस गाइस? समय
हाई
रैना
वैल्यू
स्टैंड अप
स्पीड
कॉमेडियन
कमाना
है।
है।
सॉरी.
हाँ
समय, एक मिनट यार, समय रैना, ही इज अ स्टैंड अप कॉमिक।
अच्छा.
लुक इट अप ऑन लिंक्डइन, लिंक्डइन बोल रहा हूँ, सॉरी, यूट्यूब।
हाँ
इंडिया गॉट लेटेंट है ना? हाँ,
हाँ
इंडिया गॉट लेटेंट। इट्स अ
अच्छा.
क्रेजी शो। ये कमल सुपर हिट है वहां पे।
हम्म.
ठीक है,
सर,
बाय
मुझे
कमल।
ऐसा स्किल कमाना है कि जिससे मैं सबकी मदद कर पाऊँ, इलॉन
हाँ
मस्क
बढ़िया है,
जैसा।
मेरे वीडियो देखता रहा, अभी और लोगों से बात करता हूँ, ठीक है?
हाँ
थैंक यू यार।
ठीक है सर।
हाँ जी, कौन था?
कॉमेडी है यार.
सॉरी। अभिजीत, हे अभिजीत, हाउ आर यू?
Hello,
अभिजीत
sir.
इज देयर?
First of all, thank you, sir, for having me on the stream.
ऑफ
Yeah,
कोर्स।
am I? Hello,
नो, नो नो, यू गेटिंग स्टक।
वीडियो इज स्टक.
hello. Am I audible?
हाँ हाँ, या इट्स कमिंग बैक, ओके गो अहेड।
Just let me.
नहीं नहीं, ठीक है अभी।
Yeah, first of all, thank you, sir, for having me on the stream.
श्योर।
So I will not take much of your time, sir. Hello.
या गो अहेड, वी कैन हियर यू।
Yeah. So I will finish my talk in just 2 minutes. I will not take. Basically, sir, I have done my engineering in 2023. So after that, I have worked in for software development for 9 months in a startup, and I took a risky decision and I left the startup to study DevOps because I didn't had much time to learn DevOps with my job. So from past 6 months, I have been working into DevOps. You may know me as the person who made your portfolio website. You reposted
आई रिमेंबर दैट,
my
आई रिमेंबर दैट।
so I'm the same person, and from 6 months I've been using the learning public model, and I have done multiple projects, and I have done basic core skills at the framework that you have done, sir. So I have only two questions, sir. Uh, what advice would you give for a person like me to get into DevOps space?
So Abhijit, I don't understand. You've seen all my videos. You follow me on LinkedIn also. You've
Yeah,
seen all the content. What different
yes,
do
sir.
you want me to tell you now?
Uh, Actually, sir, what is happening is I'm applying for multiple jobs, and what ends up happening is that my previous experience shows up for a developer role, and the 6 months I've been working was like an internship, so they are not considering that experience as a complete experience. So that was my problem that companies are giving the feedback. So what I can do on it
This is
to
happening for everybody.
overcome
You are
that
not different.
drawback?
Abhijit, what is happening to
Yeah.
you is nothing out of the
Yes, sir.
common. You're not the only person being
Hmm.
denied. The, remember, December, January is the worst time to leave your job unless you have 3 months' notice.
Okay.
Yeah. Number two,
Hmm.
the whole IT industry is stagnant. I'm not saying it's going down, it's stagnant. Yeah. The thing is, you are worried
Okay.
about no one is considering your 6 months internship. There are people whose 6 years of work is not being considered. It's all about supply and
Hmm.
demand. For example, if you're asking for 5 lakhs as a fresher, there are people who have 3 or 4 years experience who will do it for 3 lakhs. Yeah. So my suggestion
Okay.
is become
Hmm.
so good in multiple technologies. Don't only go for DevOps. DevOps is not writing CI/CD is not DevOps. You have to give an outcome, prove that you are able to do an outcome. Only then you will have a better chances of getting a better job, or else you will be stagnant. And remember, my suggestion is, for this is for everybody. Please, at least if you are in India, do not leave your job before you have another job.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
don't do that. It's a very risky thing. You may lose your livelihood. So, people, please mark my words. If you are in India, or for that matter, anything in South Asia, please do not leave your job before having another offer where you have a fixed starting date, or else anything more than 6 months, you will be in lot of problems. Yeah, and get multi-skilled
Thank you,
and
sir.
prove yourself public. And what you need to do is, don't write a blog entry saying that I learned Git today. I'm proud to say Git to learn today. I'm proud to say I deployed a two-tier application. And when I look at the GitHub, it was what do you say, a fork of an existing project. Means you have not done anything. You just executed some commands. Means technically you are a typing monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are not a DevOps engineer.
Thank
Take
you,
a
sir,
code
for
where you have made some changes, and when I look at the Git repository, it should not be a fork of something else. That's not DevOps engineering. That's called copycatting. Think about it.
yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir,
No
for
worries.
your insights. So one
Thanks, sir.
last question from my side. Uh, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Abhijit.
Listening.
Sorry, sir. So actually, so I was posting the same as the sir said about the DevOps content. Then I thought it is not working, so I reflected back and I started to integrate AI into my DevOps project. So I made a project that I faced the problem. So when I deployed Docker file, that were not optimized. So I used AI and I have deployed a project which is live currently. So it will optimize. You just have to paste the Docker file and it will give you the optimized Docker file. So I posted that project on LinkedIn. I got more referrals through that project for DevOps. So I was thinking to go that way, but then I was thinking that if I post that project, then my profile would not be similar to
No,
DevOps or
anything
AI,
you
or
do
it will
differently
be
will always be
inconsistent
taken
with
as a
DevOps.
positive thing. Anything which you do different from other people is always taken as a positive thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If everyone does the
Okay,
same,
sir. So I'm planning to do the same only. So
yeah, good.
certifications and this integrating AI into DevOps project
Yeah,
for
that's a good
standing my
idea. That's good.
profile out
Okay.
from the competition. Will it be
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah, I think it should do the trick.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Abhijit.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We have 15 more minutes. Let's move a little quicker, please. Yep. Yeah. Priyanshu, go ahead, please.
Hi everyone. So basically, I am the 2024 batch pass out. And currently working in a Big Four company. And currently, I'm working on a SAP technology where I'm using Groovy script, JavaScript, and REST APIs and all those stuff. But what I'm doing here, it is on an analyst role, and that is an for client side job because a Big Four works for different clients. But I aspire to become a SD in a like FANG level company. So can you please tell me what should I do to convert from an analyst to a SDE role? And the second problem I'm going to face is the 3 month notice period. And many companies ask, we want you in 30 days, 45 days. So how should I handle this also? So how can I go from a big four company to a FANG based company?
There is no straight answer. Okay.
Perfect.
Number one, you said you have only 1 years of experience, correct?
Yes, it's going to be 1 year this completed this July
Exactly.
only. So
My
I'm
suggestion
2024
is,
pass out.
you are kind of lucky to be in Big Four. Trust me.
Okay.
don't look at your portfolio or your skill set as being a software engineer or an analyst. No. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Think, how can I remember these big fours do all the sexy projects also.
Mm.
So the only thing you need to know is don't move out of the company, move out of your
Definitely.
department and network with people inside who, apart from your 9 to 5 job, can show you things which you can do when you have free time.
Okay.
Yeah. So my suggestion is stay with them for 2 3 years. Given the
Mm.
market condition, leaving a job and doing something else is also
No,
risky.
no, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going
Yeah.
to prepare for this stuff while into the job. No, not
Yeah,
going to leave
exactly.
at all.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And my suggestion is, if you think that all the people at Do It International or Zensar or Google or Fang do all the sexy projects only, then you are dreaming.
Okay.
Yeah. 90% of, I wouldn't say 90, I'm very blessed to be honest. I would say 60% of the time we are thinking only and designing. The actual computing things or what we do is only 40%, because your thinking and your designing is more valuable than actually the coding or whatever you call them, or implementation to be precise. Remember, the architect of the house gets far more money for doing something on paper than the bricklayer who does 9 to 5 job for 3 months and doesn't get anything.
Hmm.
So what you're going is, you're telling, I'm an architect, but I want to go and become a bricklayer. Technically, that's what you're trying to do. There
Okay.
is no harm in learning how to bricklay and do it in a architectural way. That's different. So my suggestion is, become a good architect, but understand the materials and
Hmm.
try to find solution or provide solution which is bit different than what is available in the market, which may cater to better results for the money, or what we call better bang for the money.
Hmm.
Add AI, this and that and this, and try things and bring solution. Once you bring solution, all the big four will go, oh, we can market this, and you will be then in demand. So think a different way, rather than saying heads is not coming, say tail is always coming. So how can I leverage tails?
Hmm.
It's all about leverage. Leverage what is available. As they say, again I'm going to say, when I was young, I wanted to marry Michelle Rodriguez, but she was not available.
Hmm.
But then I left the dream and I thought that's not possible. And luckily I got my beloved wife. So here you go. And I'm sure Michelle Rodriguez does not get up at 4:30 and make a lovely coffee for her boyfriend or her husband. For sure.
Hmm.
So look at that way. Yeah? Does this answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Okay. Anji,
hi
go
sir.
ahead. Go ahead.
ओके हाय सर मैं कैमरा नहीं चालू कर सकता अभी तो सर मेरी एक क्वेरी थी कि मुझे अभी फिलहाल एक ऑफर मिली है 4 दिन पहले तो अच्छी खासी हाइक मिली मुझे 200% हाइक मिली लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है प्रॉब्लम थोड़ा बड़ा ही है छोटा है मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा है कि मैं जॉब सर्च करने वाला था ना तभी मैंने अपने लीड को बोला था कि ऐसे ऐसे मैं जॉब सर्च कर रहा हूँ तो अर्ली रिलीज मिलेगा कि नहीं मुझे तो लीड ने बोला था कि हाँ मिलेगी अभी तो कॉस्ट कटिंग चल रहा है तो या तो छोड़ के जाएगा तो अच्छा ही होगा मैंने कॉस्ट कटिंग चल रहा है तो ऐसे बोला था लीड ने तो या नवंबर से मैंने स्टार्ट किया था जान के एंड में मुझे मिला वो ऑफर यानी 2-3 मिली लेकिन ये अभी अच्छी मिली प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी की तो अभी उन्होंने ज्वाइनिंग करने बोला है 17 तारीख को और अभी मैनेजर रिलीज नहीं दे रहा है और लीड भी उतनी जैसे उन्होंने बोला था ना पॉजिटिवली उतना अच्छा पुश नहीं कर रहा है वो कि मैनेजर को कि अभी इसको रिलीज करना है ऐसे करके तो बहुत टेंशन हो रहा है अभी कैसे उनको मनाऊं क्योंकि अभी प्रोजेक्ट में उतनी मेरे ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी नहीं है वो मैंने 3-4-5 महीने पहले जो मेरे ऊपर थे तो दूसरे के ऊपर मैंने हैंड ओवर दिया था, तो काम भी नहीं है उतना कि वो इजीली रिलीज कर सकते हैं मुझे, कोई भी इश्यू नहीं, कोई भी नहीं। लेकिन पता नहीं अभी क्या 2 दिन से मैं पीछे पड़ा हूँ उनके, लेकिन कुछ नहीं हो रहा है।
देखो
तभी भी
सर,
पॉजिटिव
गणेश सर, राइट,
यस
जब
सर।
उन्होंने कुछ प्रॉमिस किया था, मेल में प्रॉमिस किया था कि वर्बल किया था?
वर्बल प्रॉमिस नहीं किया था, लीड ने ऐसा बोला था कि हाँ हो जाएगा, कुछ इश्यू नहीं, वैसे कॉस्ट कटिंग चल रहा है तो या आपको मैं रिलीज कर सकता
देखो
हूँ, ऐसे
तो
बोला था।
क्या
और मैंने ये
होता
भी बोला
है, सर, दूसरे लोग
हाँ
वेट कर
हाँ
रहे हैं, यू हैव टू कट डाउन।
ओके
सो क्या होता है ना, जब ऐसी चीजें होती है, यू हैव टू गेट इट इन रिटर्न। या अगर आपने रिटर्न में नहीं लिया तो वो बोलेंगे मैंने नहीं बोला था, देयर इज नथिंग यू कैन डू। द थिंग इज, व्हाट यू कैन डू इज have a one-to-one personal meeting with them, set up and say, sir, आपने बोला था कॉस्ट कटिंग भी हो रहा है, मेरा लाइफ का सवाल है, प्लीज लेट मी गो, और what can I do to let me go in 15-20 days time or a month's time? What can I do? Don't say let me go, you can say what can I do to let me go. If you want me to go and talk to HR and tell them, sir, I'm evil, क्योंकि ना हर एम्प्लॉयमेंट में इन लीव करके कंडीशन होता है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में, ask them whether you can pay 1 month salary and leave.
Yeah, I already told them I can pay 3 months salary, 3 month notice period is there. But again, manager is saying, it should be go for with the policy and all that thing. Basically, my reporting managing is agreeing, but the project manager is not getting agree, and I haven't spoke with my DM. So 3 managers are there. Might be DM will be agree, but that project manager, I don't know if he will
My
agree or
suggestion
no.
is go to more higher authority and literally fight you through. Go to CEO if you want to. No one is stopping you because you have decided to leave anyway.
Yes sir, yes.
Go to
And it's
delivery manager or his baap and his baap ka baap.
Okay.
Go to the top of HR saying, this is what he told, based on that I applied, now I've got an offer, I have handed over my job, you are wasting your money, and the thing is I'm not interested in working for you. Put it straight.
ऐसे मैंने अभी तो ऐसे धीमे आवाज में, यानी कि ऐसे ज्यादा ऐसे नहीं
मैं
बोला
ये
है
नहीं बोल
कि
रहा कि इतना गुस्से से बोलो, but make it assertive, saying that based on what you said I did, and now you are not keeping up to your own promises, so what should I do?
गणेश, आप जहाँ जॉब करते हो, हाउ बिग इज दैट कंपनी, हाउ मेनी पीपल रफली?
It's MNC, Infosys. So in my project, 10 people. Yeah,
it's a big one. Okay, so then involve your HR also in this.
Involve your HR.
Right? If it's a small company, very small company, 50-60 people, then HR will not have weightage. But if it's a big MNC, involve HR and say, hey, this is what I was promised. I don't have anything in writing, but this is what is my issue. I've resigned. I don't want to work. I've got a very good hike. Please help me go. Involve HR in that. They'll be able to help.
Okay. I will involve HR and I will involve team. Okay. We'll sir,
but only one caution, लड़ाई मत करना, बिकॉज दुनिया छोटी है, उसी लोगों के साथ दोबारा काम करना पड़ेगा, तो आराम से निकलने की कोशिश कर जहां तक हो सकता है, पंगे नहीं लेने, ठीक है? असर्टिव रहो लेकिन लड़ना नहीं है,
ठीक है।
ओके, ऑलराइट, थैंक्स गणेश। ओके, हाय शोएब
सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
हाँ जी,
एम आई ऑडिबल?
10 मिनट में वाइंड अप करेंगे, क्विकली क्वेश्चन पूछ लीजिए।
श्योर सर, मैं ब्रीफली बता देता हूँ अपने बारे में। एक्चुअली मेरे को 6.5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है। मतलब मैं पहले एयरटेल के डेटा सेंटर में था, 4 साल का एज ए नेटवर्क इंजीनियर L1। फिर 2 साल मैंने डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट में भी काम किया L2 पे। देन मैंने जो है वो उस टाइम जॉब छोड़ दिया था, बिजनेस करने का थोड़ा सा अपने में को शौक आया था, तो वो मतलब 4-5 साल बिजनेस किया कपड़े का। तो वो फिर उसके बाद अभी वापस दोबारा जो है जॉब का तो सोच रहा हूँ, क्योंकि कभी कपड़े का काम तो मैंने बंद कर दिया था। देन उसके बाद अभी जो है, क्योंकि वापस मेरे को वो फील्ड में जाना है, नेटवर्किंग वगैरह उसमें, तो अभी मैं क्लाउड और डेवॉप्स वगैरह में दोबारा आया हूँ। मैं दोस्त से पूछा मैंने कि भाई इस फील्ड में मैं, क्योंकि वो भी इसमें आगे निकल चुका है, मेरे को भी लिंक्डइन पे मिला था वो, तो मैंने उसके थ्रू बात करना स्टार्ट किया, तो उसने मुझे बताया कि इस तरह से ये वगैरह है। तो अभी ये ये क्या कहते हैं, नवंबर लास्ट से मैं दोबारा पढ़ना स्टार्ट किया हूँ ये नेटवर्किंग वगैरह, क्योंकि मैं काम कर चुका था डेटा सेंटर वगैरह में, नेटवर्किंग, लिनक्स वगैरह, और अभी गूगल क्लाउड पे ये सब VMs वगैरह बनाना और स्टोरेज वगैरह बनाना स्टार्ट किया है। तो सर अभी आप क्या सजेस्ट करते हो कि मैं अभी सही पाथ पे हूँ, क्या क्या कर सकता हूँ? और
जोइब, इसके तो बहुत वीडियोस बने हुए हैं मेरे चैनल पे यार, वो जाके देख लेना। कोई स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन है तो बताओ, जेनरिक तो ज्ञान है ना यूट्यूब पे, वो जाके देख लो चैनल पे। कोई खास सवाल है तो बताओ, कोई हेल्प कर सकते तो बताओ। जेनरिक तो पढ़ा है ना यार वहां पे, अभी अलग क्या बताऊं मैं? वो भी तो
नहीं
मैं
नहीं
नहीं बोला।
मैं नहीं, थोड़ा सा क्या है कि मेरे को इस पे ऐसा लग रहा है कि थोड़ा टाइम लग सकता है, क्योंकि अभी क्या है, पिछले 1 साल से कोई जॉब वगैरह नहीं है, तो उसमें टाइम लगेगा, बस इसी का थोड़ा सा पूछ रहा था। और तो
टाइम तो लगेगा ना भाई, ब्रेक लिया
हाँ
तो टाइम लगेगा ना।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
टाइम कम करने का एक ही तरीका है, आप ज्यादा टाइम डालो।
सर अभी तो क्योंकि मेरे पास अभी जॉब नहीं है, तो अभी मैं 3-4 घंटा ही डाल पा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि फैमिली भी है साथ में, बच्चे वगैरह का भी रहता है, तो टाइम
यार 4
निकालना है
घंटे से
थोड़ा
तो
सा।
ना हो पाएगा ना, कैसे होगा आप बताओ ना।
हाँ
4 घंटे तो मैं
क्योंकि
नौकरी के साथ कर लेता हूँ।
थोड़ा सा वो भी
एक
मैं
एक
कर रहा हूँ।
सर दिन के 10 घंटे लगाओगे तो ही होगा, उससे कम में ना होगा।
ओके
मेहनत
सर,
तो करनी
ट्राई
पड़ेगी
करूँ
ना
बिल्कुल,
यार।
मेहनत करूंगा सर, मेहनत करूँ।
1 साल की रिकवरी करनी है 2-4-6 महीने में, तो 10 घंटे तो लगाने पड़ेंगे ना यार। मजाक थोड़ी चल रहा है यार।
सर
यार फुल
और
टाइम
अभी सर,
जॉब, यूट्यूब, ये सब तो 3-4 घंटे तो मैं ही निकाल लेता हूँ यार। क्या बात कर रहे हो आप?
और सर मैं एक बता दूं कि मेरा टाइम भी मैं वेस्ट कर रहा था अभी कुछ टाइम पहले तक, कि ऐसे कि वो इंस्टाग्राम, ये बात चल रहा था ना इंस्टाग्राम की रील स्क्रॉलिंग वगैरह का, तो वो मैंने बहुत करा। अभी बिल्कुल 1 महीने से इंस्टाग्राम वगैरह बिल्कुल सब बंद कर दिया, स्क्रीन जो रोलिंग वगैरह है ना, यूट्यूब के रूल्स वगैरह करना, वो बिल्कुल बंद कर दिया है। बिल्कुल अभी पूरा बिल्कुल फोकस अब क्लाउड और डेवॉप्स पे डाला हुआ है,
सर फोकस
लेकिन फिर भी
कम है।
थोड़ा और बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ।
10 घंटे लगाओ तो ही होगा, मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको, उससे कम में नहीं होगा। लगाना पड़ेगा टाइम, ऑप्शन नहीं है कोई और।
ऑप्शन नहीं है, इसी
है
बिल्कुल
ना?
बिल्कुल सर। ओके
हाँ
सर,
जी,
थैंक यू सर।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Hi,
ऑल राइट,
hi Savinder, hi Guru.
हाय एसएन, गो अहेड प्लीज।
I will just I have two questions. First question is actually I recently introduced AI thing in my industry, but I am like not confident. Will it work out or not work out? So how do I approach to management like this thing will be work out? And second thing, I'm also designing the migration of on-prem infrastructure to the cloud. And every time I give the documentation, a detailed documentation with pricing, and I am again not confident about did I give the proper architecture? Is my pricing proper? Like I get confused many times. So this is my question: like how do I overcome it? And also be right at the time that I gave a perfect.
There is
परफेक्ट।
nothing called perfect, sir.
एग्जैक्टली, या
So it's all about trial and error. Yeah. Number one,
Yeah.
what you should be doing is before you go to the solution, you need to get the criteria first. What we say is the outcome. Understand the what and the why first,
Okay.
and then do the how. For example, if you are not hungry, there is no point in going to a five-star restaurant, even though they miss out the best food. Or Kaka Ka Dhaba, doesn't matter really. Yeah. So
Yeah.
think about the
Yeah.
outcome you want, and then remember it's all about two things: time and money. By introducing more components, more things, if you're going to spend time and spend more money, no one gives a damn about that thing. They want business outcomes. Companies are there to make money. They are not there to spend money and spend time. No. Time is of the essence. So whatever you are doing, first see whether there is a need for that or not. If there is no need, don't do it.
Okay.
And go to the topmost people for initiating your idea. Don't go to your team leader because they are not the people who make the decisions. Go at least at the director level and say, sir, this is what I'm. Don't do all the presentation upfront. Do with the basic idea. Set up a personal meeting and say, this is what I'm thinking. Are you able to sponsor some time and your thing and make it as their idea rather than your idea? And then
Yes.
once you implement this, go and show it to the other people and saying that this director is sponsoring me. I'm very excited to do it, and you will see heck lot of doors open for you. And
Yes, I got
there
it.
is always a risk of you getting wrong, so you have to take the risk and reward properly, saying this is this cost, this is this loss, and this is how much it's going to cost. This is an MVP. We will tune. If you say this is the perfect solution, there is nothing called perfect solution. A perfect solution is something where you spend zero money and get $2 billion per year. That is the perfect solution, which does not exist in the real world.
Yeah.
Understood?
But I am not into the IT industry. So here it's like they need an architecture in a half day. So
No, then you are in the wrong place. Switch your job.
I think Guru, you don't remember we talked 2 week back, and you told me to learn quantum computing. I'm that
Yeah,
Hassan.
exactly.
And yeah, so
You're
I
in the
was
wrong
thinking
place.
to.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
You're in the wrong
Sorry.
place. You're in the wrong place.
Okay, so should I leave or should I carry on?
No, not here. I mean, you're in the wrong company where you're not being not. This is not. No, I'm not. I have no authority saying you should leave this channel per se. What I'm saying is the company you're working where your outcome is not being valued. Find another
Uh-huh.
job and leave that company and go to place like Google, who's doing computing. If you are skilled enough, they will give you the job and see, if some company expects you to draw an architecture in half a day, then that company is not worth working because Rome was not built in one day, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cut it here because I think there are a
All
lot
right.
of people
Yeah.
and Mr. Savinder needs to sleep. His eyes have gone red, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Savinder
All
Guru.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right,
I
Amit, go
think
ahead, please.
Tanvir is the next Tanvir and next
Okay,
Amit.
Tanvir. Okay, Tanvir, go ahead. Amit will come to you after that.
Yeah.
Hello, Savinder sir. Hello, Guru sir. Am I
Okay.
audible right now?
Perfect. Go ahead.
So I will again ask a question which is very generic, but it's important from my end. So for the last 3.5 years, I was solely into the greedy business. So making money by doing freelancing, doing AI training and other things like doing for example, doing a research internship for a political consultancy company where I have to and go in field or do the Excel sheets. So I was in a greedy business for the last 3.5 years. For example, now the thing is AI training, where you can make a lot of money by just writing prompts. So I had to do that because I had to fund my own colleges as well as my uh, family and my food. So for being a breadwinner, sole breadwinner for my family, I had to do that, and I have 4 to 5 months left for my college ending. And I was either not lucky in few semester. I was not lucky with the marks. We all know how autonomous college grades the semester of the college. You have to be lucky to get good marks. So I was not lucky. And few in the other semester, I was working as an intern or I was working freelance. So my grades are about 7.9 to 7.7 for the seventh sem. I have just one sem left. So in the case of grades and in the case of skills, I have no luck with me right now, and I don't know what to do because I was in a data field. As I have said that I have been a data research intern for a political consultancy company, and I have been a AI prompt engineer and a data annotator. So it paid me well. It helped me fix my fees and all, but I don't know what to do now.
What is your interest? What do you want? Let's say if money was not your concern, what would be your interest?
I was I was in AI, so I thought AI would help me make money. I love data a lot. So
My
in
suggestion is,
2020,
see, you are in a college, okay? I understand you need to be the breadwinner. There are constraints.
yes,
My suggestion is look at Savinder. He is not doing DevOps only for money. No,
yes,
he is
yes,
doing for the passion of it.
yes.
I am being so he's vice president or senior vice president, sir?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Do you know what I am, sir? I have more experience than him, but I'm still only an engineer. I'm just a cloud. Last year I was an engineer. Now I have become an architect. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't give a damn about my title. To be honest, trust me, I make more than some of the biggest managers in London itself. So, what makes me happy, I do it. My suggestion is don't go by the videos or something people telling do DevOps or do this or do that. No, use your own brain and tell what makes you happy. Become Rancho. Don't become Raju Rastogi. Don't be afraid. Or if you are like Farhan who doesn't like IT, do what makes you. If you like photography, do photography. That's what I'm asking. If you do what makes you happy, you will be so motivated that 24 hours a day will not be enough for you. Stop being afraid.
So the thing is, I am very weak at my intuition at my
You
core.
don't need to. यार सब में टैलेंट होता है यार, सब में टैलेंट होता है. मेरे जैसे गधे जिसने 10th एंड 12th में सिर्फ 62 एंड 72% लाया था, जो क्वार्टरली हाफ में अंडे लेता था, मुझे कोई बोलने में शर्म नहीं आती क्योंकि मुझे रट्टा मारना नहीं आता है. मगर यही मास्टर्स डिग्री में, बैचलर्स डिग्री में, my computer science average was 97%. Why? Because that's what I love. I don't do it for the marks. No. Do I do it for the title? No. First, find what makes you happy. What kind of IT or what kind of job will make you happy? If you are a very good businessman, if you are very good in politics, go for politics. Make India better. Do what makes you happy. You don't have to be in IT. You can leverage IT to do something. If you are done political people, go and find one of the persons who has done and find an IAS officer or an IPS officer and help them saying, I have got this solution which will make your life happy and become a consultant for them. I should not be telling you what to do. How to do we can help, but not what to do.
Yes,
That's not the right
on the
approach.
question of how to do, I am currently looking for something like AI machine learning job roles as
No,
well
you
as
will not get it, sir. I'm being very honest. There are far more experienced people who have far more experience. It will be very hard for you given the job conditions in India. It will be very hard for you. I'm telling you the truth.
in business analytics or data analytics.
Yeah, it should be. But the thing is, you don't have any experience. You need to prove your experience first. At least 2, 3 years of experience you have to prove by the time you get out of college by defining and producing some solutions, or else it will be very hard.
Okay, lastly, I want to ask a concluding question about data science. Which field of data job roles they are hiring freshers, which where I can level up my skills or brush up or have a skill in 3 to 5 months
You
and get a
can't.
decent
You can't.
entry level job role?
No, you can't.
Not any in IT job roles
No,
where I can train myself in
no,
six
no.
months.
I'll tell you, if you are playing the kind of roles you want, you're expecting is for at least 3 to 5 years experience. My suggestion is go as a developer, go as a data analyst, go as a business analyst, and put your foot in first, get a decent salary, and learn on the side. And then only in 2 to 3 years time, when you have a good amount, तुम आपको एसक्यूएल लिखना आता है क्या सर तनबीर सर?
Yes.
एसक्यूएल लिखना आता है?
Yes, basic.
हाँ
Basic
बेसिक, हाँ.
deletion.
तो फिर भूल जाओ, भूल जाओ.
Okay.
नहीं होगा. I'm telling you. I'll tell you, I've been working with databases for Jesus Christ, 20 years, 25 years now. I can tell you sometimes the amount of data which this much makes a difference will take you bloody 10 days to code. And you need to know the domain also. Remember, most of the time, AI and all those things, you need to understand the domain. What is data analytics for cricket has nothing to do with data analytics for financial services. You need to understand the domain, or else it will be very difficult, sir. Don't compare oranges with apples and don't do AI in them. कश्मीर और स्पेन में बहुत डिफरेंस होता है ठीक है सॉरी अबाउट द लैंग्वेज बट दैट्स व्हाट इट इज अमित लास्ट उसके बाद बंद
Yeah.
नमस्ते सर
Thanks, sir. हाँ जी अमित,
और
go ahead.
सविंदर सर सबसे पहले थैंक यू। गुरु सर आपको भी थैंक यू। मैंने सविंदर सर आपको मैसेज भी किया था कि आपने एक बारी डाला था कि हम डिस्कशन करना चाहते हैं, कुछ अगर कुछ लोग चाहते हैं डिस्कशन करना, आपने एक बार ये डाला था राइट। तो मैंने डाला था कि हाँ मैं भी अपना शेयर करना चाहता हूँ बहुत सारी चीजें। तो अभी मैं क्वेश्चंस करूंगा, ज्यादा लॉन्ग नहीं लूंगा। मुझे अभी 4 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है। मैंने ऑलमोस्ट 3 साल सर्विस बेस्ड में लगाया, उसके बाद मैंने प्रोडक्ट पे
इंग्लिश प्लीज
okay,
English, yeah,
so I
let's
have
switch to English.
okay, I have almost 4-year experience. So first 3 year I was in service based, and now I switched into product based. Thank you, Sabinder sir, because from last 1 year I was watching your videos and all those kind of stuff. I mean, whole this DevOps journey. Actually, I mean, when I figure out my mind, I felt like my mind is more and more research oriented mind, and now I am at that stage where I can feel. I mean, I mean, I'm in a cloud computing, especially cloud and DevOps. Currently, I am trying to figure out how to do more and more research. Like I am using my old laptop to make my own Kubernetes service there. So, but I'm not able to use those skills in my current org and something like that, because there is a very structured things in the organization. You will see all the structured things, and we have to follow those structures. I'm happy with those structures, but for sake of myself, what to do?
you need to find an R&D organization.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, MBDRI, Mercedes-Benz R&D in Bangalore, Volkswagen Group, yeah, Lloyd's Bank, yeah, they especially I think they're recruiting in fraud management in Lloyd's Bank. In I think they set up an office in Hyderabad, most probably. Yeah, and don't see when it comes to this small nitky bitky and all those custom solutions, go for companies who are not in cloud. Yeah, for example, Swiss based companies. Yeah, they are very, because of the laws, they will have their own data centers and they will not go onto cloud unless they build their own cloud. That is, yeah. Example, Daimler, or sorry, Mercedes Group, Volkswagen Group, 90% of their workload runs in their own data centers. Yeah. Okay. Now find those companies, because if you work in cloud, forget custom solutions. You have to do the donkey's work. That's how it works. Because you will, why would a company give you 10 hours of work when they can do one Terraform and deploy? Why would they allow? See, companies are there to make money. They are not there to make Amit's career. They are not to make their guru's career. They are not here to make Savinder's career. They are hiring us to get a job done for better value of money. That's it. So find a company where you need to be very upfront with them, and this is what I want to do. Do you have a role? Yes or no? If they say no, say sorry, get out.
So Amit, I'll add something to this, right? As you're doing your research, start putting that online also, right? But start writing meaningful articles which show your depth of research, not superficial. Don't give out the whole secret sauce, but at least describe that. And if you write them well, hopefully the right people will notice and this finding company will become shorter. And LinkedIn and Twitter both. Do this on Twitter also, because a lot of geeks are on Twitter and not on LinkedIn. That could help.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Amit. All right, guys. We won't add any more people. We are already 15 minutes over. So let's quickly go. Hamza, go ahead, please.
You're on mute, sir. Hamza,
Hamza,
you're
mute.
on mute.
Mute.
जी सर, आप अब आवाज़ आ रही है?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
जी सर, मेरा सवाल था कि मैंने 8 मंथ पहले डेवऑप्स के कैरियर स्टार्ट किया था। मैंने कंपनी जिसको ज्वाइन किया था, वहाँ पे मेरे जाने के 1 मंथ बाद जो मेरे टीम लीड थे वो वहाँ से चले गए, और अब जो उसके बाद जो टीम लीड जो कंपनी ने बनाया वो जो है डेवऑप्स वाले का वर्डप्रेस बना दिया, और वहाँ पे जितना भी काम होता है वहाँ पे होता है शेयर होस्टिंग का, यानी कि जो नेम चिप और गोरेडिस का। हालांकि मैं क्लाउड पे काम करना चाहता है। इनके पास जितने भी क्लाउड के प्रोजेक्ट आते हैं वो सारे डेवलपर्स खुद ही करते हैं, क्योंकि उनको ट्रस्ट नहीं था कि इसके पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है। ठीक है। अब जो भी यानी कि ना लास्ट मंथ एक प्रोजेक्ट आया था, उसमें भी डेवलपर्स ही काम करते हैं मोस्टली। अब मुझे ये कंफ्यूजन है कि मैं नेक्स्ट अब क्या करूं, क्योंकि शेयर होस्टिंग मैंने यहाँ से सीख लिया। शेयर होस्टिंग का मुझे नॉलेज नहीं था कि ये पहले क्या होता है। मुझे क्लाउड का नॉलेज था, और मैं अब क्लाउड यहाँ से शेयर होस्टिंग यहाँ से सीख ली है। क्लाउड अभी मैं लर्न कर रहा हूँ, और कुबरनेटिस में भी सीख रहा हूँ। अब आप मुझे गाइड कर सकते हैं कि मैं नेक्स्ट यानी कि स्टेप मेरा क्या होना चाहिए?
सविंदर के दूसरे वीडियोस देख लो यार,
तो यार
वापस
ये
वापस
तो
वही क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हो।
ये तो जेनरिक क्वेश्चन है ना यार। इसके तो
हाँ।
कितने रोड मैप बनाए हुए हैं, मेरे चैनल पे
बहुत
जाके
बनाए
देख
हुए
लो
हैं।
ना।
सविंदर के दूसरे बहुत सारे
बड़े।
वीडियोस है, उसको जाके देखो, क्योंकि
उसमें
ना
मिल जाएगा आपको
उसमें
आंसर।
सब सिनारियो का दिखा हुआ है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, नॉन कोडिंग जॉब्स फॉर द फ्यूचर लिखा हुआ है, स्टॉप दिस मीडियोक्रेसी लिखा हुआ है, और एक बहुत सारा रिमोट जॉब रोड मैप दिखा हुआ है। एंड एक और है,
हमजा वो वीडियोस देख लो, आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा यार।
आपसे मिल जाएगा। आई थिंक यू आर
मिल
वेस्टिंग
जाएगा।
एवरीबॉडीज टाइम।
ठीक है।
ठीक हो गया सर, शुक्रिया
ओके,
सर,
थैंक
थैंक यू।
यू। हाँ जी, मोहम्मद। Yes,
Last
Hello,
last
sir.
one.
Am I audible? I'm
Yeah,
audible?
Yeah, yeah, good.
yeah, you are
Hello,
audible.
sir. How are you?
Good.
Sir, my question is when I was practicing Ansible, during the configuration or setting up the Ansible master or target node, it's taking too much time. So I have converted it into the Python script. So then I decided to convert it to make it as a package. So I built two packages for the master setup and for the target node setup. So is it worth it to create packages, or it's a waste of time, or it's like तू दो पैकेजेस बना के जीरो बन रहा है, और लाइक इट्स अ प्लस वन फॉर टू ऐड ऑन दिस यूनिट?
Baljit Singh, okay, yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's
Sir, my suggestion would here be this slow. You have to understand why it is slow, because the client and the server may be too much distance apart. Maybe create a bastion server which is very near to the infrastructure which you are trying to manage, and execute your scripts, Ansible scripts from the bastion server. That will be far faster. If you are re-engineering Ansible, you're wasting a lot of time. Definitely.
Okay.
Did you get it?
I think Mohammed Noren is like on a bad network.
I
I'm
think
sure
he's
he would
gone.
have got the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I just saw Baljit. He's on a train. He's still logged in. I didn't.
Thank you,
I
sir.
just want to get him quickly. Yeah, Baljit, go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Here I am Baljit from Canada. I'm international student here. Sir, basically, I have done my post graduation in supply chain and project management, and I have done my PMP certification. So, and what should I do else, sir? Like, I'm not good in computer skills. Like, I'm not a computer guy, tech guy. Right. So, yes, sir. This is what my question is.
Why do you think you'll get the answer here?
Sir, सर मुझे पता नहीं था, जस्ट मैंने इसलिए क्योंकि सर मुझे ये था कि आप कंप्यूटर के वो सर मुझे आई डू नॉट नो लाइक आई शुड शेयर विद समवन हु इज लाइक नॉलेजेबल और सो दैट्स व्हाई आई शेयर विद यू।
आपने पिछले आंसर सुने जो गुरु ने दिए हैं अभी लास्ट 15-20 मिनट में?
यस सर, लाइक उन्होंने सर यही कहा था कि लाइक व्हाट यू वांट टू डू, वो आपको आंसर करना पड़ेगा, लाइक हाउ हम लोग बता सकते हैं।
करेक्ट।
सर सर मैं सर अभी पावर बीआई के कोर्स कर रहा हूँ, पावर बीआई का सीख रहा हूँ। सर लाइक सर इज इट ओके, पावर बीआई इज ओके फॉर द प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर और नॉट, लाइक मैनेजमेंट और नॉट?
कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है ना यार बलजीत। आप
राइट सर,
ये लाइव स्ट्रीम जो है ये अगले आधे घंटे में यूट्यूब पे लाइव आ जाएगा अपने आप। ओके,
ओके सर,
उसमें अभी जो आपने ज्वाइन किए इसके आधे घंटे पहले के आंसर सुनो गुरु के। ही हैज एग्जैक्टली आंसर्ड दिस यू हैव टू फिगर आउट यार। आपको क्या बैकग्राउंड है, आपको क्या पसंद है, क्या नहीं पसंद है, ऑल ऑफ दैट यू हैव टू फिगर आउट, राइट?
ओके
We
सर,
can't answer a random question, is Power BI good or not? In the right
यस
context, it might be great, but it might
यस
not
सर।
work for you.
सर लाइक हेयर सर मैंने अभी यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट अभी मेरा इसकी जॉब ढूंढ रहा था लाइक ऑनलाइन पे, तो सर वहाँ पे पावर बीआई का वो कर रहे थे कनाडा में कि रिज्यूमे में कि ये आपको चाहिए पावर बीआई वगैरह।
But
सर हर जगह हर
कुछ भी
Yes,
नहीं
sir.
करेगा ना।
I got your answer, sir. Like I have to
कुछ भी
listen
बोलेगा
on
ना।
the 30 minutes.
You saw a Power BI posting. Tomorrow it will be something else. Day after tomorrow it will be something else. You can't keep learning random things like this, right? That doesn't make
Right.
sense.
Yes, sir. So what
So
should I do, sir? Still
you
I am
should watch this
stuck.
live stream again first.
Okay. Okay. Got it,
Yeah,
sir.
watch this again.
Thank you,
You'll
sir.
get the answer. Guru's already answered this.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thanks, guys. Guru sir, thank you so much for taking out your time.
नहीं वो तो है नहीं, I wanted to help you and appreciate what you do for others,
Thank you.
but it's a bit unfortunate that the same questions gets repeated every week,
Yeah.
and people have become bad listeners.
Correct. Yeah.
They are so narrow focused on their own questions, even though they are on the channel, they're asking the same questions every third participant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also for other people is the gist is what Savinder or other good people who are in the industry are saying is, number one, please use your common sense. Number two, do only what makes you happy. Number three, failures is part of life. Number four, you will not get what all the time you want. God may have different plans for you, so have a plan B. You can buy the best beds, you cannot buy sleep.
Yeah.
And also, don't compare yourself with anyone else. That's the worst thing you can do in your career. I will never compare myself with Savinder. I will never have the beard he has. Never. Because mine goes wide like this. He has a sexy one. But I have better hair here, most probably. I don't know what is beside his cup. So the thing is, he lives in a sexy city called Pune. I live in a okay city called London.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would love to live in Pune and he would love to live in London. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly.
That's how it is. That's how it
Yeah,
is.
exactly. So the thing is, for people who are listening up is, please don't compare yourself with others. We have gone through some other circumstances which has made us do this. Savinder has gone through something else which he has done that. And we have achieved this through smart working and using common sense, and also sometimes not only going the what focus is good, but sometimes deviating a little bit more will help you in the long run. The best sceneries are seen where it's not the common path.
Yeah.
Only tourists go to the common path where there's a lot of bid and there's a lot of competition. Just go a little bit to the side track. You may struggle a little bit and you may get hurt, but the best scenery may be there. You never know. You have to explore, and failure is part of life. If you are passionate of what you do, success will come. It may be a bit delayed a little bit. It's all very simple, guys and girls. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be careful with my language. I cannot use girls and boys anymore, apparently. So here is your thinking is we don't work only. So we work to live, we don't live to work.
Yeah.
यार थोड़ा कमाने के बाद थोड़ा मजे भी कर लो, जाके सविंदर को पूना में मिलो, अगर कोई लंदन में है तो मुझसे आके मिलो. The thing is, everyone is after money, money, money.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Please get out of that rut. Please enjoy your life. I'll tell you, there are people who have all the money, but they don't have happiness. Warren Buffett's house, his primary house, is less expensive than my house in London. Yeah. He says if he wants, he can ask the CEO of Coca-Cola to give him Coca-Cola in his home daily if he wants to. But he stands in a queue because he doesn't give a damn about his money. So the thing is, please, guys, the one person who said, I want to be retired after 40, trust me, within 1 year, he will be bored to death. So please, guys, enjoy your career, have some fun, and make other people fun, and contribute and become a better human being rather than being a millionaire. Have some hobbies.
On that note, become a better human being than being a millionaire. Let's close it on that note for this week.
Okay, then. Have a good
All
one,
right.
guys. Have a good weekend, and God bless
Thanks,
you all.
guys. We'll meet again in 2 weeks. And Guru sir, if you have time, please do join back.
I will stay on this one. You can stop it.
Thank you.